今度絵画とかも見てみようかな。
Right, I'm back. I'll just delete the last 20 minutes. Sorry for people who jumped in late. We have missed a smidge, so good numbing. Welcome back to session 4. We started exploring, and we only missed about 20 minutes, thank God. But still, all we missed, since I'll be getting rid of it, is back here. I went back to this atelier, and we had a quest with Tao. Where he wanted us to make a new fishing rod. We did that, and he told us that the reason why he broke the old fishing rod is because he never really used the thing, because if it was too strong, he just assumed he wasn't strong enough for it and cut the rope. And then we came back here and started exploring. Here we are. And we picked this one up, and it resulted in us getting a small quest from a dude who was saying, like, oh yes, these monsters are attacking my house. I don't know what I've done. I've only just built my house. I've only just built my house here, and it turned out, like, yeah, the dude built it on, like, the monster's territory, so they got annoyed. Story of Sleepaway Towers, yeah. And then I started heading south, and that's about where we got to. So yeah, sorry about that, guys, but I didn't realize I need to just get into a better habit of actually checking my audio when I start a stream. I get too complacent, and then something bad happens. That was on me. I should have done an audio check. So yeah, that first 20 minutes was kind of like irredeemably bad, so I had to correct it. I can't believe this! Yeah, I can't believe it either. I lost 20 minutes. I mean, what's the problem? My colleague was supposed to be back ages ago, slacking off as usual. Does this happen often? Yes, he's lazy, the oaf. Right, you're adventurous, just by the look of it, am I right? Stream audio is consistent. I appreciate that. It's just I got complacent of just assuming it would always be fine and there wouldn't be any kind of weird, like, audio bugs. Because I don't know what caused that. All I did at the end of that, like, those 20-minute things at the start to correct it was just turn the mic off and on again. You know? I was like, it was literally, that was it. So, like, Anyway, if you see him, you tell him that I'm pissed. Oi, what's your language? I mean, I say that. I don't think that's the first time someone's thrown out a minor cuss. And he needs to get his butt back here, okay? Yes, ma'am. I'll give him a clean one right in the back. I don't think that's necessary. Oh god, look at all this, like, everything's just highways. This map looks kind of annoying, I'm gonna be honest, because this is all, like, we can go down here. It's like, this is gonna be kind of annoying to, like, navigate if you don't use these... all the wire setups. Do I have a key? Oh, I have several keys for this. Okay, I'll break it open, sure. Even though we've got an emerald band, I am still on the hunt for emerald glass, just, you know, good quality emerald glass, so I can hopefully bump it up to get the ore band, so we can get that, like, sorted, now instead of later. Could fucking like trying to dub Cold Steel. It's way too large of a cast. Don't. I think I've told you this story before, but, like, one of, like, when I was still doing Let's Plays, so I went to live streaming, one of the hardest videos I ever did, in terms of keeping up with all the voices, was in Mega Dimension Neptunia V2. At the end of the second act, where, like, the entire cast is together, and you've got Steamax and Aphimogus, and, like, they all have a line to say in the span of, like, 20 minutes. I was like, that one was difficult. That one took a lot of recording breaks of me going, wait, who does this person sound like? Wait, what do I did for this? Whilst also straining my throat, because I had to keep on twisting it so many ways, especially when there was consistent dialogue. Because that was also, when I did Let's Plays for longer games, I'd do the commentary in post. So when I was playing the game and recording it, I would have to give myself room on every line of dialogue. for me in post to be able to read it out loud. And so sometimes I was pretty good at it, but sometimes I wasn't so good at it. So sometimes in the post-recording, the actual line would kind of slip by kind of quick, so I'd have to not only do the voice, but do it kind of quick. That was one of those videos, because I knew there'd be a lot of dialogue, and I ran out of patience when I was recording it. And so when I was having to do all the lines of, like, all the characters jumping between each other, it was not only doing all the voices, it was snapping through them all super quick. You know? I got better with it as time went on in Let's Plays. What I ended up doing is that when I was doing the recording for the longer ones, I would read it out loud anyway. Like, even if I wasn't recording, like, my audio at that point, just so then I knew how much time to give myself when it came to the post-recording. Because they'd literally sit on a line for that long. Which ended up saving my ass, especially in Death End Request 2, when that game gets pretty chatty for a while, and that ends up saving my ass just reading it out loud and then reading it again as it came through. Oh, Traveller, thank goodness. I thought no one would come here. Could you get rid of that monster? I want to explore this area but can't continue on. Oh, okay, you just want this down here. Okay, this one I can do. It's cheaper and it's quicker. But yeah, let me know if anything weird happens to my mic again. Nothing has like scared me more immediately than that. I spent good money on this microphone. If something went weird with it, or consistently gets weird with it, I need to try and figure out what it is. And maybe it was that it just needed a reset, but still. But hey, since we lost that 20 minutes, it means I can go back through some of the topics I was talking about. Because I was talking about how with the Resident Evil like journey moving forward, I kind of like made my decision now, like how I want to handle it. Because I was saying before that I was umming and ahhing whether to do 4 Remake immediately after 4 2005, or whether to do 4 Remake on the other side of the marathon. For now, I've decided on the latter. I'm going to, after I do Resident Evil 4 2005, move on to RE5, and then, like, you know, 6, 7, etc, etc. Maybe after 6, I might, and keyword might, detour and do 4 Remake then. Because at that point, every single Resident Evil game we cover will be on the same engine. So it's like, we could tackle 4 then, you know? It also might be like a nice refresher to play like a good action horror, because, you know, everyone hates 6 as an action game. How do I get over there? Do I have to go all the way around? I think we do. Oh wow, you could really go fuck down here. I was kind of kidding earlier. You can really come down here. Oh, and we also hit level 50, so we unlocked the fatal drives, the supers for the cars. That was the only other thing we missed. It just came to my mind. Yeah, there's a boundary here. I can see the edge, so we have to go all the way around for that. What's this? Oh, finding out that slacker. Where was the... There it is. I was gonna say, where's the landmark again? As a reminder, after today, I will be taking a day off, just to kind of rest and recoup. Let's link this up. That's in the 2 regions, yeah. Yeah, it says you're probably gonna, especially tomorrow, because I'm taking tomorrow off, you're gonna get way the hell ahead of me. But I'm in no rush to give chase. Have the Emerald Band. Yeah, so I just want the All Band. You know, when you get there's the upgrade for it. It makes it you don't have to worry about it full stop. I got that, but I just don't have like the all colors, and I want to try and get on top of that now, so I don't have to worry about it later. I sound like the All Band, like it's like the All Father, like it's some kind of Greek god or something. Use your keys. Yeah, there probably is actually a key that would expand and do a lot of the work for me. I just need to... I just want to try and get Emerald Glass that isn't, you know, worth 1. You know? That's the problem we're currently sitting on, is that all the glass I find is worth 1 in terms of like how much quantity it adds or whatever. Excuse me, gentlemen. Synthesis, get bolt small. Okay. Ah! What was that voice? I'm trying to get some shut-eye and monsters came for me. Someone help me. Hey, someone's being attacked by monsters. But the thing is, I only use the key for like the adventure effects, mostly. I want them to like open doors. No, I don't really, I keep on forgetting, you know, about the synthesis effects, but I should really lean on that as well. Let's help. You know, how much quicker we tend to like go up in talent levels in this? We might actually get to see more fatal drives in like the standard campaign. Because usually we only see like a small handful, maybe during bosses, but in this, our talent level's already going up to 3. Do the main gets above 200, so reach the 100 requirement, and then get the section open, use the gold small effect. Fair enough. So a lot of it I'll try and figure out off screen. So because I'm not streaming tomorrow, I'll probably mess around with a lot of the crafting and key systems anyway in my spare time, because I won't be able to help myself and, like, you know, actually put this game down and try and figure out the key system more properly. Synthesis effect, yeah. Well, it's just, I gathered pretty quickly that adventure effect's going to be really helpful for exploring, and considering that, you know, that's what I like doing in this game, of course I leaned on it so much. Actually, I should actually, like, put my money where my mouth is and actually... Oh, there's no synthesis effect whatsoever. No, get fucked then. No, I don't care. I'm still in the dark now. Rush through. Yeah. And that's fine, everyone has their different strategies of doing it. It's just I am embracing every second of this game, so I want to explore everything. A good other example, it was when I went through Elden Ring. I took my sweet ass time through Elden Ring. I like explored every nook and cranny and figured it out myself. If I got stuck at a section, I stayed at that section and figured it out. I didn't need to run off or skip it or whatever. Which is why it took me like probably way more streams than it had to. You're the best. Are you alright? Yeah, I'd be a gunny and come along, makes a bunch. Now I can get back to work. You wouldn't happen to be... The visuals differently. Fair enough. That's right, she's indeed my colleague, but slacking off? How could she think that? I'm gonna give her a piece of my mind. Oh, and since you saved my life and all, please take this. I'll never forget it, see ya. I could have sworn I heard him shout about getting some shut-eye before getting attacked. Yep, he did. I should have given him that smack I promised. Computer code written super high speeds. Fair enough. Ah! Oh, is there a way up around it? Oh, there is a ladder. From the trenches of this mine. There it is. And speaking of Elden Ring, when that DLC inevitably drops in like I don't even know if it'll be this year if I'm honest, from how they kind of teased it earlier in the year. It kind of made out like they've only just started work on it. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do, because like when I went back to that game in December to record footage for like my Game of the Year list sort of thing. I struggled to readjust to it, because like I obviously when I first went through it, I spent so many hours on it straight. By the time I reached the end of the game, I was kind of a pro. Well, obviously I wasn't like a masterclass, like good, but I knew how it all worked. I knew how everything felt, and I could judge distances really accurately. That's rusted a lot, and so I went back to it and I was like, in FromSoft games, DLCs tend to be harder than the main games. I might get fucked when the DLC comes around. Like, it really kind of hit me of like, ooh, usually the DLCs for FromSoft games aren't that long after release, so I'm usually ready for them, but this has been a long while, so I'm going to be extremely rusty whenever that DLC comes along, and I might, the whole, like, first couple streams might just be getting whooped by basic enemies again whilst I try and remember. The other thing will be trying to figure out what save file I use, because I honestly won't use my blind save file. from my original venture, because I don't really like that toolkit anymore. The second playthrough I did with Luna Min, which, yes, is the name of a character from my book, but like, come on, it's my characters, so I get to call like characters in games after them, you know. That one was way more fun. That was like a full-on intelligence build, but with a good sword as well. I'm in a DLC for Bloodborne. Bloodborne's DLC is still one of the highest peaks of DLC in gaming for me, personally. There's so much content at a reasonable price that expands on the lore and story of the game in a way that makes it feel like it was always there. But equally, it's not mandatory that you must buy the DLC to understand everything going on or anything. It's a beautifully well-crafted DLC that genuinely adds a lot to the game. It's your mascot is an official character from Amazon, I get it. I don't do it as much as I used to, but I did, like, especially when I was, like, first getting into writing, have a huge habit of, like, naming any, like, name them yourself character after characters in my book. When we cover Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy 3, both of those games, it's a cast of 4, and all 4 of them are self-inserts. Like, you can name them whatever you want, and I'll probably do the same there. I will probably name them all after book characters. After my book characters. I might throw a couple bones in there. Like, I mean, like, so we went through Caligula effect, I called myself Robbie Furious, for goodness sake. And no, I won't call the second game's protag the same thing. I'll think of another dumb name when we get to Caligula 2. Okay, there's nothing up there. How far down does this go? Is it literally just like 2 paths? Because it looks like it is. Like, there's like a split down here and it just carries on as such. Either way, I want to kind of get out of this canyon and go along, because canyons are kind of not fun. That's where playthroughs. Cheh. Well, in Final Fantasy 1, you only had 4 letters, but the game really didn't care what you called them. So if you wanted to, like... If you wanted to call them, like, fuck, shit, piss, you know, sort of thing, like, the game didn't care. But obviously, the Pixel remasters, when they come out, they're more newer, so they might... I don't know, there might be... I don't know if there's any online added to them, I doubt it, but if there is, then maybe there will be a restriction. Sort of like how, like, even when Pokemon didn't have online, because it still had, like, offline trading, they still would restrict curse words. Because they don't want you to, like, trade with an 8-year-old and give them a Pokemon called, like Cumbucket or something. He was just curse words, I find that funny, and that's fair enough. I was, well, I say that, there probably is, because when I went through Final Fantasy X, like 5 or so years ago, me and my peak humour, called Tidus Dumbfuck, and the game let me write it. So, like, the adventures of Dumbfuck continued all game long. I'm going to do that, and it was its best feature. Yeah, which is hilarious, because, like, you can, like, the Phantom Thieves identity can be put online on leaderboards and whatnot, at least in base P5, I don't know if they changed it in Royal. And so there's always like, please don't use offensive words when you can do it, but there's nothing stopping you, and the game doesn't tell you off if you do. Okay, how am I getting... Where's the bridge? Oh, there it is. I was about to say, how am I getting over to the east side? So the reason why I say 1 and 3 is because Final Fantasy 2 has a story and all the characters serve the story, so they all have, like, official names. And any game that has an official name, even if the game says, hey, do you want to rename them, I tend to say no. So, like, in Final Fantasy 2, even when it says, hey, what's the name of this character, I'll be like, well, his name is Firion, so I'm calling him Firion. I think my first needs to do it, yeah, fair. The only thing I tend to do is, like, in Final Fantasy 7... in the original PS1 release of Final Fantasy VII, Aerith's name was a mistranslation. And so every time I go through it, when it comes to saying, what's the name of this girl? I correct it from Aerith to Aerith. Well, like, that's about it. Sometimes for a laugh, if I'm going through Final Fantasy V, in Japan, Bart's name is Butts. So sometimes for a laugh, I'll call him Butts. Because it's technically still official. You know? Oh, this tucks down as well. Because that was once again another localizer thinking ahead a little bit and going, we should correct this. But they did look their best, to be fair. Because it's literally, Bart's name in Japan is B-U-T-Z. It's literally Butts. And so when they went to localize 5, they literally looked at it and went, we should probably not keep him called Butts. So they went with Bart's, so they went B-A-R-T-Z. So it's similar, but it's not the same. Would have named him something normal had they not brought that up. Yeah, fair. I get that, though. Oh, well, okay, so there's those monsters. Oh, this is literally the arena from Skyward Sword. For, like, one god-awful boss you fight, like, 6 times. Well, you fight it 3 times. You fight it another 3 times if you want one good shield. From Zelda Skyward Sword, I mean. My least favourite Zelda. Which is why I went, oh god, when it reminded me of this. It's like the boss spawns in the middle and tries to go up around the side of the canyon. That's what it reminds me of. The only other thing is, like, with Final Fantasy V on the same thing. The PS1 version and every version that came after have different localizations for what, like, all the side characters' names are. And so, like, when it comes to the Pixel remaster, I imagine they'll use the modern one because that one's more accurate, but I'm kind of curious if it will let you use, the PS1, like, the original translation for it. Because the reason why it was changed afterwards is because it was kind of a bad translation, and the later revisions of it redid the translation to make it more accurate. The only thing they kept was Butts' renaming to Bart's, because by that time Square Enix America had already made that canon that in the West that was his renaming. It was kind of wild because, like, there was little translation errors across the entire franchise up until, like, Final Fantasy VIII. FF8 was, like, the first one to get, like, a really well done translation off the rip. Like, I'd say that Final Fantasy VII was pretty close. The only thing it really got wrong in this translation was some of the names, which I said, like, I personally always got on my way to correct Aerith's name because I know what it's supposed to be and what it ended up getting mistranslated to. Well, like, even like FF6 and just going backwards from there, all of them have got, like, kind of rough translations in areas. Some of them are iconically rough and, like, become a little memey, and, like, they've been, like, officially embraced even, like, on the Japanese side sort of thing. Like, they've changed some dialogue on the Japanese side to better represent it. Like Spoony Bard. Spoony Bard will always be iconic. That was such a terrible mistranslation because he calls him something like a little shit in the Japanese version. And yet in the West he goes, "You Spoony Bard!" Yet in later revisions in the Japanese version, they knew it had become such a meme, so they just kept it. Is there more of those things? Oh, there is way more. I imagine they won't keep the PS1 version of names for Final Fantasy V now that I think about it, though. The PS1 version of FF5, they tend to not bring up at all. So they're not that happy with it in retrospect. Well, the main one was the PS1 couldn't perfectly replicate the SNES soundboard of the game. And so a lot of FF5's tracks sound kind of weird when you hear them on PS1 because some of them had to be re-recorded using, like, the PS1 soundboard, and it's kind of weird. It's like, wait, really? It couldn't do any of this? It couldn't do some of these SNES sounds at all on the PS1 sound engine? Interesting. Alright, now we can report that in. Yeah, sure, I'll report it in now because I will forget about it and it will run out of time otherwise. Man, I was hoping it'd be more of a slope. Okay, Ryza. It's not going to use the mound, but it's like, this is more fun. It feels more rewarding to pick up speed by going downhill. Okay, I want to actually really try and get over to this one instead, so I'm going to go up and around from this village. There we go on my mount. Because we're going back uphill anyway. I probably won't explore all of down here, like right now. I'll probably come back to it later, but I want to do some more exploring. And then we'll go do the plot and actually probably get Frederica to join the party, because that's got to be imminent. So wait, I'm just double checking. So like down here? Oh, oh, that's a digging spot. I almost forgot what that looked like. It's been so long. Also, yeah, I want to know how the spirit beast even like got all the way here. Oh, that's all downhill. So how are we getting to that? We just need to go like follow the path up and around. Because I went there and then I went down that way or something, didn't I? Yes, I still haven't recruited her, and I kind of need to do that at some point. I wonder how many regions there actually are in this game. Because I remember reading somewhere that there was 4, but I'm not actually sure if that was true or if I misread it or something. Because this feels big enough as is, but if there is 4, I stand by what I said before, but Jesus Christ, one of them needs to just be, one of them needs to be an underworld. I want an underworld region like this, that'd be super fun. Is this a door? It appears to be locked. Which means it's time for Ryza's special key. Hold it, don't just go opening things. It looks like a vault of some sort. It could belong to someone from Sardonica. Actually, look here, there's writing. Ferrystone Silo, it says. We might be seen as robbers if we open it. Yikes, Ryza. Whatever you do, don't open it. Okay, fine. I just wanted to see if I could open it and maybe take a peek around. Oh well, guess we should call it a day, hmm? Monsters! It's like a tough contender, everyone, let's do it. Oh no, these are probably the security guards. What level are these things? 52! I mean, okay. I keep on getting scared by the level, and I'm like, well, hang on a minute, I'm actually kind of a high level myself. It's just that we're still early in the game, so it doesn't feel like I should be this high of a level. Is this a door? No, it's a window. What do you mean? Is this a door? Yeah, like, is this a door? No, what do you think? You know, if it's be the sort of arsehole, I'd be like, no, it's a gate on hinges. So, is this a door? No, it's a gate on hinges. You're like, what? Isn't that just a door? You tell me. You tell me. You know, I just put it back in their court. Let's see this fatal drive. Let's see it properly now. Here, right? Oh, what? They actually subtitle this now. They used to not, so you just used. That's actually a nice quality of life change. They used to not subtitles like things like super animations. That's a Final Fantasy spell! You just saw a Final Fantasy, the end of that super is straight up a Final Fantasy spell. It's straight up like the Ultima summon from like Final Fantasy X. It's like it's straight up Final Fantasy X bullshit going on there. It's a shame we can only do one per fight, cause now I'm kind of curious what everyone else's looks like. So Ryza's Fatal Drive in 1 was like all the explosions. Her Fatal Drive in 2 was you can tell she got some lessons from Empor because she like did that all that like pulling them into a void. And now in Ryza 3 it's just pure insanity, explosions and chaos. Ugh. Hello, my stream? Sorry, the stream on my phone's getting weird. There we go. We beat it somehow. Man, that came out of nowhere. Wasn't that kind of strange, though? I don't recall seeing a monster like that on our way. I mean, maybe we just happened to not see it, but it was huge. How could we have missed that? Why would anyone build a storage with a monster like that around? It's definitely intriguing, but another time. Let's come back when things have calmed down. So we will be getting in there eventually. The suspicious silo. Oh, and then we cleared it. Never mind. Oh, wow. It's just a straight shot down, huh? Okay, I think that's a good stopping point for exploration. And also, we've still got a lot left, but we'll get to that. We've also got that as well, but we need a key, right? I don't think we've got the right key for it. I can double check before we head up. Because it'd be nice to clear out that little corner space, but... Yeah, no, we don't have that yet. Oh, I also, as you can see, tried to get some chests in each of the areas. Some of these chests are really annoyingly well hidden. I need to actually, like, probably change the Atelier to, like, the chest revealer one, because holy hell. Oh, she's gonna be inside. Hello, beautiful. Thank you. I think this purity will be fine. How is it? I think it's what you asked for. Yes. I think this purity and viscosity will work. How good. By the way, what is it for? It is a duet solvent solution to be used to cleanly join fairy stone and glass. With this, I should be able to. Ah, my apologies, Miss Ryza. No, Alchemist Raisin Stout. Right. Just as you have found a new perspective from craft. Perhaps I too might gain insight by being around you? Oh, okay, so this is her recruitment. What? At least while you're in Sardonica. With me, it should be easier to bridge the guilds. I too have things I must accomplish, so please. Why does she have to even confer with the gang? You know they're all going to say yes. Alright, the council has spoken. We all said yes. We'd have you in an instant. Really? I'm glad. Always happy to have another friend. Aw, boss, you've grown so much. That line is like encapsulates how much boss has grown between games. Or well, throughout the games even. Because in the first one he'd be like, no, fuck off. Friend. Well then everyone, please just call me by name. No formalities, please. Okay, Frederica. Humble to serve you, Miss Ryza. Oh, but you're not changing yours. Well, you are my seniors. Anyway, I'll let Anna know about the situation to facilitate things. Now that the Deputy Union Head is on our side, perhaps we could take another stab at learning from both guilds. I too intend to learn much. Ooh! I like the weapon. Frederica's joined the party. Alright, let's have a look at our new buddy. Oh, that's cute! Like the three lads in the back, like, Jesus Christ, what's happening here? What's hers? Because this is all stats of the currently controlled character. If you want to act as reset the time. Ooh, that one's pretty nice. I'm taking it with me. like her artwork. She looks so shy, bless her, though. Oh, have we gained like a third one? Oh, we have. Yeah, I like her artwork. She looks cute. Oh, she's a gimmick. She's got gimmicks. It applies stacks of fan. It applies stacks of fan. It applies stacks of these. Is there an enemy? Yada yada. Let's see what enemy increases user speed. I feel bad, I'm kind of just giving her the leftovers, but... What's her stats look like compared to everyone else? Oh, she's way... I mean, fair, we haven't made a new weapon for her, but yeah, she's way behind. But I will... try and give her some decent equipment. Actually, let's rob Tao blind. I only just noticed her starting element is ice. That theory I was talking about, where people were theorizing that she might be like a descendant of the Frozen Queen, I'm starting to understand what people were on about a little bit more as it goes on. I don't really need quality boost yet. Let's get this. Actually, I'll get this as well. Just sort of expand on both sides a little bit. He's accepting such a sudden request. Oh, that's not a problem at all. We're friends now. I'm gonna get a lot of help from you too. Very well. Then let's head to the headquarters of both guilds. Before we do that, though, let me head back to base. That's not the right button. I don't know why I'm struggling so much to remember what every button does in this game. It's just not happening. Oh, she just stands over here, huh? I'm going to dupe Ryza's equipment, and I'm going to dupe Claudia's coat, just to kind of give our new friend better armor. Oh, that's too expensive. Okay, Claudia, your coat. Okay, that we can afford. That'll do. That'll get us enough what we need. We haven't found a good spot to grind resources that could drop a lot of gems. And we probably won't for a while, to be fair. Alright, now we need to make her a decent weapon. I was like, well, she's still so far behind. It's like, no, because she's still missing the weapon part of everything. I don't have a single free, damn. What is one flower before I get too carried away with this? Evasion! Ooh! And that's, more supporting role. We're gonna have a whole group of supporters if we're not careful. I don't plan to have her on the main party because I kind of like what we've got, but I will have her on backup, which is why I wanted to, like, at least have something, you know? Oh, I didn't realize we had this. I'm gonna use it though, because that's, like, too good to pass up. Oh, we won't be able to fill that up in one piece. Oh, we got 2 pieces actually, so we can do that. We can get a super slot, I'm taking it. That's our first active super trait. Hey, got a trophy. Successfully synthesized an item with super traits. Ow, we got 2 Alex, we used thinking key. There we are, now look at her stats. Now she's a bit more with the gang. Well, okay, maybe not quite there yet. But she's getting there. Look at her, she's above 100 on everything. It's just Ryza's on 170 fucking 1, and Claudia's on 162, and Boss is on 158, but she's getting there. She's getting there. Oh, speaking of Boss, can I actually make his bloody weapon yet? I think we're still missing the thing we need. Yeah, we're still missing that. Oh, it is around though, we just haven't found it. Okay, when we start... Oh, it's over on the islands, actually. Oh. Along with Emerald Glass. Emerald Glass is also over there somewhere, this fucking game. I went to the list. I might head back over there and see if I can get it, because I want to try and get Mark of Aggression. What I could also do is reinforce it. There you are. Right, yeah, before we do anything else then, I want to see if I can go get that. Whoops. So over here somewhere, over in the Kark Isles, and I can't trust enough every single time I read that out loud, I have to like fight myself to not call it the Cock Islands. Because because come on. And we just run around and check things. It'll probably be on a tree, so I should look for that. I don't know why I picked here. It was almost like every island here, but this was just the one that's like, oh, we haven't been to this one in a minute. Yeah, I should probably go to one that actually has trees. Okay, let's just go to the big lighthouse. I think I can bonk at least one of these trees, right? I'm not going insane. Oh, there we are. Hey, there's what we're after. Man, if only emerald grass could be so fucking nice. What's your deal? Oh, you want some fish? Oh, Jesus, what do you want now? What, there's so many random quests. You lost your doll in the water, huh? Is it this? No. Oh, is it the ones that are under the water? Hang on. Oh, is it this? Of course not. Alright, dude, you may have lost your doll. Just throwing it out there. You might need to go get another one. I don't see it anywhere. I know, Mr. Dolphin. I don't need you. I appreciate the gesture. I don't need you, though. Ah. I'll say that. This thing's probably secretly following me. It's gonna beat me up. Is it in this box? No, of course not. Ooh. Oh, it was worth the trek. Sapling branch. This dolphin's just following me along for the rest of the time, and it's like, please! Okay, that dude's lost his doll. It's such a shame. You have to buy another one. Miss Ryza, a little is fine, but try not to mine indefinitely, please. Alright, just calling me out. Mark of aggression. What's easily handling? Reduces wait time. Ooh. Fucking all quality. Whoops, all quality. Jacketless endgame attire. Yeah, I was debating going jacketless, but like, I don't know. It almost like it's almost like too much. Every time I see her, I'm like, man, I kind of like feel like that's almost like overly like. I don't know. Like, well, I don't say overly sexual because it's kind of not. It's just coatless, but it just seems like too much almost. I'm just like, man, this girl, huh? Oh, beastly power is way better. Maybe I just see, even with, like, you know, like, Ryza Pfizer, I see Ryza too wholesomely, so when I see her in, like, what looks like a pin-up costume, I'm a bit like, eh. The real question is, where's the boss coatless? Huh? Well, I should have that on. Why don't I let that handsome man have his coat off? Hang on a minute, do I actually have that costume? I made that joke and I was like, hang on a minute, do I actually... Oh, I do. Oh. Oh. No. No, I'll give him in a coat. Oh, what's yours, my little lady? Yeah, the cute one piece. And alternate colours. Oh, but yeah, of course, she has little costumes because she doesn't have a first game or second game costume. It's female casuals. Yeah, and that's fair. Jeez, I wish every character got as many costumes as Ryza does. Like, real talk. Versus casual adult woman here in the States. I wonder if it's a cultural thing. Maybe. Like, for me, like, actually, I'll go back to this and who's right on it. For me, like, that almost looks like... it's probably just me, like, referring to this, but it almost looks borderline pin-up. Like, you'd wear that for, like, not, like, complete nude modeling, or, like, sexy modeling, but, like, you know, lewd or cheeky modeling. You know? That's how that looks, for me. It looks like something you'd wear if you're doing modeling. Whilst the coat makes all the difference to complete the costume. Got game 2. Oh. I thought you didn't like Summer Quitty because it was, like, inconsistent with, like, one half versus the other. Where, like, she's, like, more, like, geared up on one side, but not at all on the other. You know what my best costume is? Those goodies this. Look how fucking thick those thighs are coming out of the jacket. It's also really appreciated that they still got some Sophie love. Oh, I don't know if I have Sophie 2 without jacket. Oh, I do. There it is. Yeah, actually, yeah, I'll give you that. It almost looks like something you'd wear, like, not like to go to the beach, but if you're, like, across the seaside, like you're taking a stroll with friends on, like, a hot summer's day. No, I think that looks like kind of casual. This one, jacketless, is like, why is her shirt so low on the back? Like, why is her shirt, like, it's almost like her boobs are, like, forcibly holding up her shirt. You know, like, why is it like that? You know what the actual best one is? Clearly it's this. But that's clearly the best costume. Coffee shop date vibe to it. Yeah, I appreciate it. I think that... Yeah, I see what you mean. Oh, look at it, still got the tail physics. If you got this costume, I didn't even notice that. This I love, though. This I actually think suits Ryza pretty well. I might wear this one of the streams as we go through. I'm sticking with this for this one, but one of the streams I might genuinely wear that. Because I kind of unironically like how Ramazor's costume looks on Ryza. It makes her look... It's the sort of clothing I expect Ryza to wear when she's in, like, her 30s. Admittedly, but I think she looks cute. Because we're on Ryza, yeah. But I think the thing with, like, the Mysterious Era games, though, is that they still lean into, like, the magic-y feel of all of it, of everything. Like, the fantasy magic feel. And so, whilst in Ryza, in the Secret Saga, they try and find more of, like, a casual-esque look to it. And so when you see these casual-esque looking characters, I say that Lent is not very... But you know what I mean. Yeah, that's true. When you see, like, these more, like, magical and bright costumes on, like, what you're used to seeing, the more casual attires on them, it does look a little off, at least for me. What are you saying, my friend? I've got nearly 60k. Oh, jeez, I'm a penny off 60k money. Alright, so let's have a look at the squad now. I've done that, like, rearrange. Battle prep. 171, 162, 190. Yeah, I told you needed that upgrade. And 154 on backup. And then Lent at the back at 131. I am curious, because I've said it before, that, like, the whole thick thighs thing with Ryza was more accidental than deliberate. Like, it wasn't, like, they didn't set out to make that, like, the way she was sexy sort of thing. It was more like, people really liked it, and they went, oh, people like that, do they? And so leaned into it harder in the sequels. DMC is semi-canon to the Ryzaverse, yeah. So I'm curious, like, because of this, like, how much they all, like, know... So we know, like, they've said before, that they don't really like doing fan service in their Atelier games and want to kind of tone it down. Tales of Dante Escataya. Yeah, I saw that on stream 1, to be fair. I think we just kind of skipped through them, but I did see that those colours, and I like them. But I'm curious, like, they'll say they're never going to get rid of all of it, but I'm curious, like, if the next Atelier protagonist, whenever they start the next era or whatever, will take inspiration from, let's be honest, one of the biggest things that helped Ryza become so popular. Or if they will take a completely different route, like, will they try and find a different fetish to get people to enjoy character force? Like, okay, this one always has, like, stretching of her arms up, so you get, like, armpit shots or some shit. But clearly they found their niche in their things. It's like, no, we don't need big booba, we need thighs. And Ryza's thighs have just got thicker every game. This river is beautiful, no matter how many times I see it. Yes, but isn't this just a reflection of light on the water? You're right, the water isn't reflecting the light, but something in the water is. Named it though. They could use Ryza as a jumping off point for a new series. Well, they've made it very clear they want this to be the last chapter of Ryza's journey, but I suppose there's nothing stopping them making a fourth game on a different protagonist just in the same realm, and having Ryza almost fit into that Sophie role that she had in Ferris and Lydian Suli, where she's more of like a teacher in the background, who has her moment here and there. But we'll see. After this game, and keep in mind we've still got Marie as well, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, next year there isn't an Atelier game, and it's not until, like, 2025 we hear whatever's next for Atelier. I say that, I haven't been with Gus long enough, so knowing them, they probably are already, like, knee-deep in the next game. But from what I heard, this game got a much longer development time, and the fact that it's doing really well, despite the fact it came out the same day as, like, one of the most anticipated games ever, the Resident Evil 4 remake, there's no way Koei Tecmo aren't aware of that. And so, hopefully, they will give the team more money and time. Even if that means we have to wait longer, it means the quality will be, like, just get better and better and better. Because this game is astoundingly good. But my biggest thing, and I've said it at the stream 1, and I'll probably say it again and again, if they want to go back and touch some of their other franchises that aren't Atelier, please, for the love of God, make Knights of Azure free like this. Please. Use Knights of Azure 2's gameplay systems and have the whole interconnected map and quests. Get rid of the fucking time limit, because I get why it's a thing in older Atelier games, but it really doesn't fit in Knights of Azure's more action-y oriented systems and state. And just make it like an interconnected, like, large-scale map like this, and it would work perfectly. I would love to do a gothic action RPG adventure with this kind of scale from Gust, because they've got the story beats, they've got the character writing, and the gameplay of Knights of Azure 2 was really fun. The reason why it's my least favorite Gust game was nothing to do with the game, I have to say it again, it's because the game straight up crashes all the time on PS4. Like, if they just nailed it, you know, if they just put it together and, like, pulled it all together and made it like one thing, they could have a completely amazing game on their hands that might turn a lot of heads that isn't just the Atelier series. Like, Atelier doesn't always have to be their golden goose. They could let something else really push if they put their heart and soul into it. I genuinely believe that. I genuinely love the Knights of Azure games. As I said, the only reason Knights of Azure 2 fell apart... PS5 now, there. No, I played Knights of Azure 2 off the PS5 and it still crashes. It's because it's just to do with, like, the PS4 version didn't get patched, and so it has trouble. But speaking of the PS5, if they needed to, with it being more actiony, it could be more demanding in the open world. Make it a next-gen exclusive, because by the time that rolls around, it'll be middle of next year, so it'll be even more available and even more accessible. More people are upgrading to next-gen as is. The amount of people I know that are buying a PS5 for Final Fantasy 16 in June, you know? And then the light was something in the water is. What I'm getting at is, Gus, if you're not in a rush to just start the new saga of Atelier, please for the love of God consider applying this open map formula to a Knights of Azure game. I would say apply it to Blue Reflection as well, but I genuinely love Blue Reflection's almost episodic nature, so if they made a third Blue Reflection, I'd still want that to feel like how the first two games felt. More so the second, obviously. Wait until it can be brought for $250. Yeah, fair enough. That might be a while yet before it becomes 250, but yeah. I say that, wait until like an inevitable slim version comes around. Then watch the price of like the original bulky one drop a bit. This hasn't changed. It's as beautiful as ever. What do you mean? At the bottom of the river are fine grains of ore, which is the source of glass. Is it emerald glass, perchance? The grains reflect the light, which is why the river seems to sparkle. Have you been here before, Federica? Yes, when I was a child. I wanted to see the mine where everyone in town works to extract the ore to make glass. I wasn't exploring exactly, but I came here alone and found the river. Of course, someone found me right away, and I was in a lot of trouble after that. I have a strange feeling of deja vu about her behavior and the whole situation. Uh-oh, is that my internet dying, or is that my phone dipping? Sorry. Okay, it's my phone. It's my phone. My phone's dipping. I always get worried. Every time I see the little buffer window on my phone, I worry. Like, panic sets in. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I am absolutely going to invest in an external modem for my PS5 to try and deal with the internet trouble. Because the internet's fine, it's consistent, it's just my PS5 sometimes drops it. My phone, I know the reason why my phone sometimes drops it is because I use too much mobile data. And so, if you're unaware, if you use a lot of mobile data, it starts to tank the actual internet data space for your phone, so it starts to slow it down. And I use a lot, and so it dipping and slowing down on its own, I'm like, yeah, that tracks, you know? Anyway. Oh, really? I didn't feel that way at all. And I always had an impression that Federica is a calm and serious person, but I guess she wasn't like that as a child. I wonder if there's anyone who doesn't change as they grow up. I don't feel like I've changed, and I never intended to change. But if I have, it must be because I followed in my parents' footsteps. People do say that the position changes the person. Yeah, boss, you know a lot about that considering who your dad is. I think that's the biggest takeaway. It's like, of all the characters that I wasn't expecting to really enjoy throughout the course of this trilogy, Tal was one of them, but Tal's really turned it around for the most part. He's a bit more quieter in this game, but it's like, I know that will change as soon as fucking... Oh, I think that was actual emerald glass I saw then. I know that will change as soon as a certain little lady is in the picture. Yes, there is some emerald glass of her own. Brilliant. But until that little lady joins our group, I have to specify, I've really grown to love Boss. And I think it's just because of how much he's grown and changed throughout the trilogy. Because like I said, I really didn't like him. I still stand by the fact that Lumbo was his weakest asset. Getting rid of him was like a blessing. But I was not expecting to enjoy Boss as much as I do. Because and it's because like there's so much to him. Like there's so much more than what first meets the eye. Like you get that bully side of him at the start, but there's so much more going on, and you get to see that throughout the trilogy. Like you saw it a lot in Ryza 2, even though he wasn't in Ryza 2 that much, you know? And we're seeing it even more here. It's like the amount of times I've gone, wow, if this was Ryza 1's Boss, he wouldn't have said, or we wouldn't have done, like he's changed and grown so much. Like he's honestly probably grown the most out of all the characters so far. Because Ryza's got more appreciative of her home and got more mature as a whole, but she's still a complete goofball that just kind of does what she wants very impulsively without much thought. Lent has still got a lot of trouble he's trying to figure out with his old man, but he's more confident in who he is. You already had the second slot for your exploration equipment? Oh yeah, I've got 2-star and everything now. Unless you mean like with this. I need to upgrade the Emerald Band. I've got that super upgraded. But yeah, I did that off screen. I can't upgrade them to like the gold variants to get the tier 3s because I don't have the resources, but yeah. Oh, what's this over on the end? Is that just a box? It is. Alright, now we've got our own Emerald Glass. I'm going back to the outlet. Oh, actually, that's main quest. There's a normal quest around. What? Where? For any of mine. Oh, fair. Oh, there. I see it. Alright, back up on the bridge. As soon as I figure out how to get out of this dip. Come on. Yep, there we go, Ryza. You can Skyrim your way up that. Yeah, in between streams yesterday, I grinded up resources and like upgraded everything. And the only reason I did it was to try and get more Emerald Glass. if you can already tell, like that is like my kryptonite. I was trying to get more of that fucking Emerald Glass. Whoops. I'm still used to Ryza 2. I went to press in I pressed in L3 to hop off the thing because that was the button for it in Ryza 2. They've put L3 back on photo mode. Many places, but it's using some unusual things. What are you looking for? Oh, some of the Silencio ore. Used to get there. No effects. I just used my resources. I'll show you when I go back. But I didn't use any key effects. I just built them. My brain cannot comprehend what button does what for some reason. I keep on pressing the wrong button. Before I do that world crest, I'll just quickly show you. Getting to that will get you tier 2. And for that, you only need lightning trees. So it's literally just put that there, and then beeline down to get that. You can't reach proper cutting easily. At least I can't right now. And then afterwards, like, so what it was after I realized you can't easily make proper cutting. You only need capable. As soon as I get capable, I spend the rest on these, the gatherings, to see how far I can get. It's the same with this. I got as far as capable and then stopped because first I don't have Goldatron to make the gold axe, and I don't have Driftwood to make proper. And it's just the same thing. You need to get as far. Thankfully, you need to get as far as capable because proper is just tier 2 but better quality. If I remember rightly, yeah, it's just tier 2 but better quality. Yeah, I don't mind showing you, but we're just warping around anyway. Oh, I still don't have... Yeah, Chromaria. I don't know when we're getting that, but sometime. Alright, let's actually go back to this world quest. It's actually pretty easy to hit that much. It's just it's harder to get it much further for most of them, so I stopped bothering. Because if you can get it the proper cutting, the gathering rank thing, the other one, like the gathering booster, will like not exist because you'll just run out right now. What are you after? Some sweet lease, okay. Oh, while I was there, I should have checked if I could make better Emerald Glass. Okay, what's your deal? Oh, excuse me, I'd like to Season Adventures and ask you a favour. What is it? Originally, the bridge was a bustling place with many stalls, but recently the number of monsters have grown. I've been trying to take them down every so often, but I haven't made much of a dent. If it is okay, I'd like you to help me clean them up. Of course, I'll reward you. Okay, sure, no problem. You're a big help, thanks so much. Oh, it's just back on the bridge, huh? Then we were talking earlier, like, just to get back on track for this conversation I was kind of thinking of. I know I kind of derailed it myself mostly. But, like, the future of Gust games. I imagine, like, the next saga won't be immediately. I wouldn't be surprised if the seemingly highly requested 4th Dusk game happens first. Just because then it can be an in-between game, and it doesn't have to be, like, all open world. So, again, like, it'd be nice if it was, but it doesn't have to be. It can just kind of, like, rest on its laurels and be more of a traditional Atelier game that fits the Dusk's theming. So it'd be, like, an easier year. But it would also then give them a gap year to kind of, like, look at smaller-ish titles and then figure out what they want to do with the next one. Because I can almost guarantee that whatever comes next will also embrace this open world stuff again and probably go even further into it. But if they're going to just jump in and make every game open world, well, yeah, no, they can't make that annual anymore, you know? The amount of dev time that would take and resource and everything would be way too much to make that work. Also, I like Boss's super going on about here. Kaiser Enforcer. That, okay. Sharp, isn't it? Alright, you sassy fuck. That's kind of sick. But that's just my hunch, anyway. I just think that makes the most sense. Especially because the Dusk trilogy still kind of sits awkwardly, because the saga immediately before it has 4 games, and the saga immediately after it has 4 games. That's the only one that doesn't, so it sticks out. And I just think having a smaller title, like, on the in-between year would make sense. Especially because they kind of have been doing that, from what I can tell. Because that's kind of what Sophie 2 was, to an extent. Like, Sophie 2 didn't have, like, you know, open swimming like Ryza 2 did, despite coming out afterwards. It was a little bit more confined and slightly more traditional, in a sense, to what the Mysterious series is all about. Obviously, like, I'm kind of, like, simplifying it a bit, but you know what I mean. So they could easily do that again to help, you know, bide the time whilst, like, you know, the big main project is whatever the next saga is, because that will probably be open world or open environment again. What do we get for that? 400 SP and some sage grass. Alright, let's go back to the Atelier and actually check to see if this emerald glass is of decent quality. But speaking of those sagas, I said it before and I'll say it again. I do plan to cover both Island and Dusk this year. I'll probably marathon them. But I won't do them in release order, just as a heads up. Like, what I mean is, like, I won't do Island 1, 2, 3, then Dusk 1, 2, 3, then Island 4. I will do all of the Island games, then all of Dusk. Like, I'll keep them concise. Sort of like what I did with Mysterious, where I didn't go Lydian Suli, Ryza 1, Ryza 2, Sophie 2. You know? It's a one and done. Well, in terms of this open environment, considering how well it's doing, not a chance in hell. From what I've been able to tell, even, like, early reports, like, this game is doing insanely well, even compared to Ryza 1 and 2. There's no way Koei Tecmo aren't going to request that each game moving forward has this kind of scale. So, which is why, like I said, they might do in-between smaller titles. And then whatever the next saga is will probably be kind of large again. I wouldn't mind it being smaller scale in general, because, you know, I love all these Atelier games. This thematic choice. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying, publishers being publishers, they may request that moving forward they remain larger scale. But to be fair then, I also don't know how Koei Tecmo work. I don't know how reasonable Koei Tecmo are with these kind of things. They might be the sort of company that go, yeah, sure, do what you want. But they might also be like, no, this was really good for X, Y, and Z, you're doing this. You know? Oh, we need to get quality up. It's just like with Marie and I suppose for... Yeah, that's it. Like, Marie... The thing with Marie as well... Oh, will I have enough? I need one more 2. Fucking damn it, I'll be back in a second. Use the keys. Oh, I've already warped away. Oh, I'm too used to doing it traditionally. I'm sorry. My brain doesn't, like, process that the keys are even a thing I should be using. I don't know how else to put it. Like, my brain doesn't, like, just doesn't put it in the foreground. I'm so used to not using them. I will check when we go back there, and you watch it, like, actually fix my problem. You watch, it'll actually, like, perfectly fix my problem if I use it. You, and then I'll be sitting there going, God fucking damn it. Oh, wait. I said I would check, so let's check. Okay, that one, I don't have the key I need. But yeah, okay. Noise. Cell keys. Alright! I do need. It is a bad habit. I need to get on it. I just forget about it. That's my problem. Almost maxed out. Oh jeez. Yeah, no, I have some extras, but yeah, I don't have that many. I just need to remember to check. The problem is that a lot of the time, I'll go to an enemy, and if it doesn't have an adventure effect percentage, I don't want to hear it, so I don't bother getting it. Actually, I should save. I haven't saved in a long while. Okay, but now we don't have to worry. We've got the all connector, so any grapple ahead of us we can do. Let's go check out the guilds. Inverted. You have too few keys and focus on adventure. I have too many focus on synthesis. Right, yeah, lack of focus entirely. Yeah, but that's the beauty of any of these kind of games. And I think it's like, the Atelier series as a whole does a really good job of like promoting that and pushing it forward. That everyone does have slightly different playthroughs. Everyone does have different ways to go for it. Alright, that was it. That's down there. Okay, let's get out of here. And because of Ryza 3 also being, you know, this open-ended in design, it's even more encouraging that it'll be different. Alberta, I have come with 2 others. Good day. Your visit today must betoken a verdict in favor of our guild of the Eternal Statue. Oh, Alberta, not this again. I jest, Deputy Head. I only mean to remind you that we are always ready should you decide. I actually have business with you today. I wanted to learn your craft to aid in my alchemy. Ah, so you've made your decision. I'd be more than happy to accede. Really? So quickly? Ancient tradition, are you sure? Surprise. Just because we protect old traditions does not mean we intend to be exclusive. Should the alchemist be able to carry on the spirit of our guild, I have no hesitation. Well then. However, there is a procedure to be followed. Show your prowess as a craftsman, a rite of passage. Bring back fairy stones selected by your hand. If they are worthy of the art, this should be easy. Okay, I'll do it. By precious fairy stones, you mean Lujada fairy stones. Do you intend to use Lujada crystals? Aye. We would use them in the Sentinel statue. We would love to have the alchemist as well. I already know what's going to happen. Like, Ryza's going to learn fairy stones, she's going to learn the glasswork, and then she's going to be like, I made a statue, and it's going to be both of them together. And then these two are like, what? And they're either going to come together, or they're going to really be annoyed at Ryza. She's either going to she's either going to fix the problems, or she's going to stoke war between these two guilds. Hey, cut it out already. Do we have these fucking things? No, I'm guessing we have to actually go manually get them. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's just do it one at a time. I was going to go pick up the other one, but no, let's just head over there. Because we can also use this as an excuse to explore the neighbouring area a smidge more. I think by just being more of a straight line, this is actually the closer one in technicality to get there. Because all the rest, you have to go back on ourselves and go around. A slight thing I kind of hope they change, though, if they do this big open map again, and it's only a slight personal thing, make the minimap in the corner slightly more zoomed out than it is. Because it's only really helpful when you're indoors trying to find your way around, or like in a sound trying to find yourself. When you're out in the field, it's a little too zoomed in to necessarily know where everything you're heading towards leads to. Sure, I'll fight the elementals. Or give it an option to like just make it slightly more zoomed out. Sort of like a good example would be like GTA 5, where like you tap down the D-pad and it zooms the map out slightly, so you can just see things a bit better. Because I almost universally had that like max zoomed out regardless of where I went. Alternatively, you could, as I say, alternatively you could have the map like overlay, but I think the map would be way too big to have it overlay. I think it would be a little too hard to spot where you are if you had the map overlay. It's not like a dungeon where you can just have the dungeon line like layout. Alright, time to see Cloudia's Fatal Drive. There we go! What the f- Alright, new enemy! I was trying to block the enemy in front. How many attacks did I just block trying to when I was looking at that one? Holy shit, like I felt like I bought like 4 different attacks at once. Nice. Oh, I have to. Okay, I can't spit where my mouth is and try and get a synthesis effect. Oh yeah, got an adventure effect anyway. The game knows me. Oh, another round, huh? No, I'm not that interested. That one's not helpful to me. We should have to deal with that, it's fine. Oh, come on. Oh, you're gonna get procced instead. Four rounds? Jesus Christ, what did I stumble into? This experience we're going to get out of this is going to be decent, but holy hell! Oh my god! Bro, this is like this fight is like taking us like 10 minutes. This was just on the way of something he's gonna do. There we are, Jesus, nearly 10k experience. Oh yeah, because that's plus 400, so that's like what, 9,800 experience? Yeah, I'm not surprised everyone leveled up. Let's have a look at, yeah! Claudia being adorable again. Yeah, oh yeah, no wonder that was worth that much.
開けられたな。
The fairy stones would probably be deeper down the rock, wouldn't they? Okay, yeah, we are in the vicinity of it, so we just gotta look around.
さあさあ集めちゃいましょうね。どんな素材も
Ah, there it is.
せーの。
これも使えるのか。
I want to get a couple more if I can, just in case it's actually good for resources. I say that it might be a plot thing that's exactly those 5 there or something. I'm going to assume it is, so I'm going to just take this opportunity whilst we're here to... Is this one landmark for all of this? Why is there only one there, yet all this map? Like, what the f... And only one there, yet there's like 2 tucked together quite close there, and yet nothing in that one, so I'm guessing that one is tied to all this. Alright, let's head southwest and try and get to that one.
Ryza なら有効活用してくれるよね。
Okay, I need to take that string. Okay, we can get more. Awesome.
とりあえず集めておくか。
That's the other thing I'm also slightly curious about, as if they do decide to commit to this and do more of this later on, is whether they will keep to you know, having vines and ladders to go up vertical slopes and whatnot, or whether they will try and go like full Breath of the Wild / Genshin and make it that you like the character can just scale everything. Because I kind of like this approach, where it's like certain things to climb, because then it keeps it a bit more orderly. Sometimes things get a little out of hand in both Genshin and Breath of the Wild, but it can be a little almost overwhelming accidentally, because you see a cliff and you're like, oh, I bet I could climb that. I can see the magic of it, and I completely get it, but at the same time, it's like, I kind of like this being more, like, controlled. There's a whole other layer of, like, thinking you have to do when building the map if you can just climb anything. Right, and then we can take this to get over there. Are you protecting this? The more we dig, the more we'll profit. Then guess people got work to do. Oh, okay. So just how far, like, into, like, the depths we have to... Okay, pretty far. And I should just not look at the map. I should just ride this out, because we're going to be heading this direction for a while. Oh, is that a... Okay, we can't go in. As I say, is that an actual, like, proper depths? Oh. Is this the edge of the map? Do we have to actually go this way around? So it looks like... This looks like the edge. Because that looks like all boundaries. $51. Okay. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to press the trigger. I'll just put the controller down. I need to obviously work the game's economy. If you mean about... Yeah, I'm on 60k. The nature... they've added all these extra things, and that's super cool and whatnot, but because of how open the nature of the map is, you also don't have much reason to shop often, compared to even like Ryza 2. In Ryza 2, I already felt like you don't shop as much, like, or have to be as reliant on shops as you were in Ryza 1. So it's like you're earning way more money, and the shops are far less valuable. Because I've got way too much coal right now as well. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice problem to have for once. Usually it's like we're fucking broke all the time. So it's nice to actually not be broke for a game. But yeah, I imagine that a lot of that is just the nature of where this is their first real big effort into like these kind of open world-esque games. They're still figuring shit out, and for right now, it's just a smidge too generous. But I completely agree. Money is insanely easy to come by in this game. Especially with the random quests, where some random quests just casually drop you like 2,500. You're like, oh, okay, sure. You know? And then like 5 seconds later you get another random quest and it's another boatload of money. You're like, huh. Real prices. Yeah. But I imagine if they can help it, they won't want to let that get inflated. Yes, you earn far more money, but everything costs way more as well, you know? I imagine it'll be more if they ever do this again. It'll just be like, if they keep everything as is, like keep the open map and whatnot, it will either make the shops way more valuable, like in terms of what they can sell and what they get, or it will just be toning down the amount of money you get from rewards and enemies. Like from quests and whatnot. Because don't get me wrong, I always like it when you do end up with a lot of money in RPGs. Final Fantasy is the precipice of this. You spend the whole first half of each Final Fantasy like on the verge of broke every single time you visit a shop. But then when you get into the late game, you get such a good mojo going, you end up with like 100,000 gil. And you're like, oh, when did I get this? Because you just end up finding your like rhythm sort of thing. Oh, what's your level of animation? Okay, yours is kind of cute. Because she's like fierce warrior, but like adorable face. Let's go turn this in, and then we'll come back. Actually, before I do that, I am going to return to the Atelier, because I want to take a quick bathroom break. So I will be back in... Actually, I'll let this poor girl sleep as well. I haven't let her sleep in about 3 streams. There you are. Why does she keep her choker on when she's going to bed? Ryza, you don't need to keep wearing that when you're in bed, for goodness sake. You don't must have like... Just put it in the closet, for goodness... Anyway, I'll be back in a sec. I have returned. Oh, we should probably save as well. I haven't saved in a while. And then I will turn these in, see the end of that, and then start the other side. And at some point, I will come back and explore all this. But so this is like a concentrated mine area, then I'm guessing. It seems kind of like locked in outside of like these like connectors. So we do have to go down this way to explore all this, which is like, okay.
Nanda?
ものづくりをする人たちが集まってる街。アルベルタさん。
Alberta, I've returned with what you asked for. My, you did that quickly. I'll try to do the same. Allow me to appraise it. Not bad. You do seem to have an eye for this. You're indeed worthy to carry on our legacy. Did I pass? Yes, now then, I'll tell you about the history of fairy stone accessories while we walk around. No, she's tucked it out. She's like, I learned my brain's not big enough. I've been squinting so long, my eyes hurt. Are you okay? Miss Ryza, how did it go with Alberta? It's official, I passed the test. I'll get to learn the techniques thoroughly during my stay here. Great, well done, Ryza. I'd love to celebrate, I've already gotten an assignment. But Alberta is as strict as they say. So, what is it? She asked me to make some crystals with alchemy. We'll each take a look at it to hone our sense of aesthetics or something. So Alberta sees alchemy as a means by which she can improve her own craft. Feel hanky over here. Oh, truly? Oh, I am sorry it turned out like this. Oh, it's fine, really. I'm gonna blow Alberta's socks off how amazing my crystals are. Emphasize them. Yeah, but before we like, keep going away, I want to like check the shop. What do you sell, my good man? Okay, nothing. I don't know. Yeah, I have 66,767 coal. So yeah, money comes by quite easily in this game. So it's a refreshing problem to have, but it's still a problem. It's not the button I'm looking for. There it is. So it's literally just synthesize it. And then we've got talking to the other side to do as well at some point. I've already opened that chest. I saw it in the corner of my eye only as we passed it by. Yeah, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. No, let's commit to one and then do the other. Let's not get carried away and try and like multitask this shit. The Ludiger crystal recipe. Let another make it. In the new area for a while now, Che. I don't know if there's a quality requirement. I still almost go into like the Lydian Suli mode sometimes. When there's a quest that says build things of a certain quality, I'm like, I need to go all in. I need to go all in. It might affect my ending. I heavily doubt this game has multiple endings. It feels like they've kind of done away with that with the Atelier series at large. Because none of the Ryza games so far have had alternate endings, and Sophie 2 didn't have an alternate ending either. I think the last one to actually have alternate endings was Lulua. I mean, from what I can tell, Lulua's ending deciders is like very similar to how your ending is decided in Lydian Suli. It's literally like do a side quest, see all the character events, be a set level and alchemy level, and like give your best towards all like the tests. And I'm like, oh okay, it is pretty similar to Lydian Suli. So you know, pass each exam with flying colours, do all the character things. Like it seems pretty bog standard. It's you know the other Ireland games that will be in a difficult one to get the true ending for because I have to actually deal with the time limit. Or as only ones I've seen. Yeah, because the only thing that was in Sophie 1 was, like, if you had, like, a specific item on you, you'd get an extra trophy out of it, because, like, Plotchta would challenge you to, like, try and outperform her in alchemy or whatnot. Whilst Virus is, like, you know, every single character has a true ending tied to them. And Lily and Sully, there's, you know, a different... there's the true ending, the, you know, the marketing ending, the friends ending, the good ending, but you didn't really do anything special, so it's just that, and then the normal ending if you didn't really do anything. I presented you to Lujada crystals. As instructed, I prepared several. My, alchemy really can do a manner of things. It's almost like glasswork. We at Ferrystone Guild use our skills to refine the natural form. Those who see it as a limitation do not share our doctrine. I see. We must show a resolution in the making of the Sentinel statue. We don't want it to be some paltry mockery of glasswork. Alchemist, I want you to stand with the proud Ferrystone Guild. To learn this art is to understand what we stand for. I'll be sure to study as hard as I can. Alright, so that's all done. Okay, so we need to go over to the glasswork now. To the other side of town! Away! Imagine just summoning the scene and running through town. Like, all the townspeople must be fucking terrified. Oh, there's 2 random quests on the minimap. What do you want? Hunt down a monster. Okay, that's not happening. Well, I probably could, but I'm not that first. And do you want more of my... I just got all these. Fine. Better look after them. Oh, I'll just warp up there. I was going to run over there, but I was like, man, right, this city's kind of... not complicated, but it's bigger. I genuinely think it's bigger than the capital from the second game, in terms of, like, how much exploration you can do. Severio, might we have a moment? Oh, the deputy head and the alchemist. So you decided to join the glassworkers? Actually, I was hoping I could learn your craft to help me in my own alchemy. Oh, I see, so you've finally come. Does that mean you'll do it? Not quite. I had thought that you were rather eager to learn the craft myself, however... Probably need to show the other Glasswork Guild craftsmen what you can do first, Miss Ryza. Indeed, we craftsmen must act fairly in all we do. This encourages innovation to arise unfettered. Thinking of my hometown, it pains me to hear that. Kirkin Island is changing too. Anyway, what do you mean by acting fairly? Put plainly, you must show that your tutelage here is not due to nepotism nor partiality. So, to put it even more plainly, I have to impress people so they don't complain. More alchemy? I am already well aware of your capacity. You should aim for something to impress the others. Anything in particular? I would have you gather ore to make hard glass. It will be a necessity for the Centennial statue. Scintilla ore, is it? Even in the Claria region, it is sparsely found. So it is a precious material. Ryza? Be much easier when you put it that way. Wait here, I'll bring you this rare ore. And I look forward to your good results, alchemist. Now, allow me to direct you to the mine. Oh, I already have enough. Severio, we brought the Silencia ore. Or Scintilla ore. As I expected, alchemist. Have you accomplished us a feat who could argue your merit? Which means... Of course, I can't teach you everything in a day, but we'll start from the basics. Yes! Thank you. And now she's going to be exhausted again. Squinted-eyed, like, Oh, geez, how much time passed? The glass workshop is so hot. How are you, Miss Ryza? Looks like everything's going well. I'm going to keep hammering away at it while we're here. Also, I got a new request. With the ore you just gathered? Saverio is just as impatient as ever, it seems. What was the request? He wants me to use alchemy to make some thick plate glass. Plate glass with alchemy? Alchemy is totally new to him, so he wants to try all sorts of things with it. It's the same for me. I am still astonished at this new technology. Everyone has their own point of view. Alright, let's give these folks a real taste of the power of alchemy. We're making scintilla glass. Oh, so I only just really kind of processed it. That if we hadn't got it, we got this stuff in the mines over here. So it's literally like the glasswork side, the fairy stone side. Sort of thing. Oh, this music's so fun. We got another normal quest over there. We already fought a monster over there. We'll head over and do that. World quest we still can't do because we're missing your... Let's walk over here and get that done. But I am looking forward to, like, to starting Ireland and Dusk. I know it'll be even more of a wake-up call. Fight these monsters? Yeah, I had a feeling. It'll be even more of a wake-up call in, like, how far back that is, especially after playing this game. Because of how much, like, how much the series has grown and how visible that growth is in this game. But I think I'll still have a lot of fun with them. Especially now I'm more used to a lot of the systems and mechanics. I'm sure I'll still suffer and struggle against the time limit here and there. But because it's no, you know, it will be like, what, my 9th rodeo with the franchise, I will hopefully do a bit better. No, 8. Because 4 Mysterious and 3 Risers. Oh, my friend, we are like kitted out, talent levels and everything. You're not getting that charged attack off. Yep, goodbye. Wouldn't even train to that slime. Oh, you know what I should do? Now we've got more gold coins. I kind of doubt it, because it seems like gold coins have got less and less valuable as the trilogy's gone on. But I should go check with Romy and see if there's anything interesting I can get. Because it feels like in Ryza 1, there was like some really good shit you could get out of gold coins. In Ryza 2, it was almost like universally just like better quality, but universal resources. And in this one, it's just like 5 things you can pick. By this time, now the monsters are gone, I want the scenes to be back to how they were. In a lot of materials to build the stalls, some stuff to get together. Oh, I see. You're pretty good at that sort of thing. We'll help. Thank you, kind adventurer. What do you need? It's a good thing I got so many. Although I just kind of went, what? In my head, like something just screamed at me like this. Reading it. So much must be good adventure. Well, thanks. So how's the construction of this bridge will go. So if you need anything else, let us know. Really? Then I'll ask if I need anything. Take this from the bottom of my heart. 5 soul flowers, another grand. Let's go check in with Romy. We haven't chatted to her in a hot minute anyway. Hey, beautiful. You said anything new? Yeah, it's just kind of like these generic-y things. It feels like the coins have got even less valuable. Which is a shame, because I actually liked how it worked in Ryza 1, where there was like elite things for the gold coins that you kind of wanted. Bye, Romy. Right, before anything else, love of God, I want to do some exploring. I've got the itch. I want to go explore the rest of this region. I don't know if I'll explore all of it, but I want to.
すげえ鉱山だ。これだけ豊富な採掘資源がある。
Oh, this is all downhill. I can't not. Whee!
羨ましいな。
Actually, am I even going the right? Yes, I am. Oh, there's a div. There's a divot. Hang on. What are you
とり
hiding?
あえず集めておくか。
What? No treasure chest? Oh, I would have thought for sure there would have been a treasure chest, like, hidden in that little divot. So am I just heading? Yeah, I'm just heading straight down.
集めておこう。
Imagine that man's really freaked out. Then just like this girl just walks up next to you with an axe and breaks a whole rock in one swing. You'd be terrified. You'd call the guards immediately.
これも使えるのか。
Is this it? What is this? It looks like the end of the track. Yeah, but still. Such a massive storage. Yeah. Oh, you can see a bit of light from there. There must be something inside, right? That is the glow that fairy stones give off. Maybe they mined fairy stone and then used the cart to move them here for storage. I could see that. I wonder how many fairy stones are left. Considering how big this place is, I'd assume a lot. I mean, we're already here. We might as well take a look around. Oh, it doesn't really matter what we use.
いいの手に入るかな。とりゃ
ライザなら有効活用してくれるよね。
God, look at that, there's like chasm. Oh, so these do connect. It's just two thin paths. Got it. And there's another one at the back. Oh, and that's the back of that tunnel. So I imagine it's like these dips on the end then would be treasure chests. And that's why it's all locked up. Like gameplay-wise is why it's all locked up. I just walk back here and then head east.
ライザさん、少しならいいですけど、無限に採掘はしないでくださいね。手伝って。ありがとね。
開けられたな。
Oh, it's a pickup. I was like, okay, what can I break these with? Why can't I break them? Oh, that's a slide, isn't it? Yeah, that's a slide. Okay, so that's coming out the butt of this. So that okay, so you can only come out from it. Unless... No, absolutely not. The game's like, do one. Oh, jeez, I didn't realize we was getting this close to this. It's so hot here. Wait, what's going on? Oh, I put auto on by accident because I was still holding square. It's so hot there. I've never been this far in before. Yeah, but look, we can get some even more ore from it. Yeah, because I was still pressing square because I tried to get off the pet as it started, so it put on auto. Since it doesn't look like we can go deeper in, let's just gather what we can. Yeah, don't get burnt alive. It's not that it's saying. But there is a world quest. Oh, wow. Yeah, look, right at the very edge of the volcano. Is that a path? I was going to say, how do we get into this space then? Because that was a dead end. I thought that would be like the space in. I think that might be that. I'll have to go check it. Let's go do the world quest that's here. Oh, I thought that would do it, so I only pressed the button once. Whoops. Well, this guy's got like no health, he'll be fine. Tick. Oh, nothing new, damn it. I was like, ooh, new rock! Alright, we got what we can. Probably a lot more beyond the boulder, but how are we supposed to get past it? Okay, I think that's called Don't Worry About That Yet, Ryza. Plot will tell you when we're okay to get past it, so that's a dead end. Let's activate that so we can activate from the other side, and then we'll check down, see if we can go down that path. Ryza, thank you. Oh, I had that equipped. Any treasure chests? That's the only reason I came in here. There's any treasure chests hiding away? Or do you think they hide them? Do you think they catch wind? It's like, oh no, Ryza's coming, he's gonna loot all our shit, we need to hide it. Liquid metal, ooh. Oh, that's just to go... Oh, there is actually an entrance down here. Never mind. I was supposed to say that's just to go lower in, but... Oh, to the actual furnaces. This makes sense. Trying to sniff out the treasure. I'm like, no? No treasures? No more? Alright, fine, I'll leave. Where's this go to? Oh, I didn't even spot that. I ran all the way around, so I didn't even spot that that was there where the other door came out from. I thought it went further along. Let's go activate this. So I'll just try and see if I can find that tunnel. So heading south from here?
誰かさんが喜んでツルハシ振り上げそうだな。
Hey, open the door. You better not go any further, it's once it's so dangerous. I don't care, let me in! Alright, see, we're just not allowed to go into that corner yet, got it. Oh wow, I didn't realize we had that many skill points. I only just spotted that we have like 2,000. Whoops. Let's get staff to rank 3. And that immediately like killed almost all of it. Sleep night, just get rid of that Zephyr Pixie quest. How's the container looking? Okay, not too bad. Claudia, I read that. Claudia went straight business mode. Hey, if you find a skilled craftsman, let me know, so I can exchange a contract. Just like, hey, look, I'm looking for business. Oh, they sell jade water? Okay, a natural helpful shop. Thanks for taking 200 of my 68,000 gold. There you are. Here you go. Scintilla glass, created through alchemy. Thank you. The difference in our methods should help us move ever closer to the future. People have always seemed to be having fun. They would be delighted to hear you say that. Some boors in this town simply don't understand fun. I see. With this new glass, the creation of the Sentinel statue will surely be entrusted to us. Miss Alchemist, I implore you to support the Glasswork Guild when you speak to the Deputy Head. I appreciate the bluntness, I'll consider it. I feel like I've learned a lot. I should return to the Atelier. Alright. Finding all these records things is going to be a mission. I hope there's a guide for all of them, because they're everywhere. Like, every building, and then there's some out in the field, there's some near, like, you know, the ateliers, some near shops. Alright, let's see what happens when we go back. Also, I saw there was another character quest for us, but we'll do that in a minute. Let's see what's going on first. So, what do you think after learning from both guilds? Ryza's always been good with her hands, so it worked out fine, right? It's all about practice. Having the touch won't get you there right away. It's hard work. But at least it's encouraging to be told I learned fast. Federica, you seem kind of down. What's wrong? You can tell? Oh, that's not good. I can't even serve as deputy in this state. Oh, you're awfully depressed. Also, Len, I know you're trying to be like the hard ass of the group and whatnot, but sitting with your back against a pillar like that on the stone ground can't be comfortable. Also, your right foot's clipping through the floor. Watching Miss Ryza synthesize up close, I was made painfully aware of just how lacking I am. The Sentinel statue is set to begin construction soon, yet with things as they are, I have to figure out some solution that both guilds will agree to, while I don't have what it takes to solve this. Federica. Father was respected as a craftsman as well. He would be able to judge the skills of both guilds easily. The statue is but one of many issues concerning the festivities. Ever since Father died, it's been like this. None of that is your fault, and it's certainly not your late father's fault either, Federica. I understand that, but now the guilds are feuding. And this feud could tear the town apart. A decision has to be made soon by me, the deputy union head. You should understand from spending time with them. Both guilds are vicious rivals. Yeah. It won't end with a simple compromise. There must be something that can appease both. But I'm unable to come up with anything. Can't we help in some way? We might not be able to get directly involved, but you helped with investigating the stone slate and taught me about the crafting techniques here. It's the least we could do to repay you. She's right. Some things just can't be done alone, but many hands make light work. Oh, Miss Ryza. Struggled with whether to ask for help, but I can't solve this problem alone. Would you come with me to the Union headquarters? There's something I want to show you. Right, we had a normal quest. Is it back over at the bridge? It is. Okay, we're going to see what it looks finalized. What do you want? Oh, aren't you lucky? Thanks for the 200 SP. Give me to fight the Black Puny. Alright, come here. Ow, fuck. Oh, okay, I reacted way too late. That'll be the other thing that'll be hard to adjust to when we go back to Ireland. You know, the actual combat being kind of challenging if you aren't really reliant on your alchemy or, you know, your teammates to save your ass. So I know, like, a lot of the pro tags in older Atelier games kind of died insanely quick if you didn't have backup. I mean, heck, we kind of felt that. You know, Sophie would, like, collapse in an instant in Sophie 1 if we weren't careful. And Furious especially, there was even a whole system about protecting her with using your teammates. Even if, ironically, by the end of the game, she had higher defense than most of the group, the point still stood. See, we're having to adjust to that. I mean, the real adjustment would be when I play Atelier Marie, because that's like back to basics. And I'll say it again closer to the time, but with Atelier Marie, I will play through the entirety of the remake until we reach our conclusion. But since I'll almost definitely be getting like the Ultimate Edition, that will come with, you know, a remaster of, or a localization, sorry, of the original Atelier Marie Plus. I will probably cover that as well, but not the whole game. I'll probably give that like a one-off stream just to kind of try it out. Hey there, adventurer, we meet again. What do you need this time? I haven't even said anything yet. It's about the bridge, isn't it? What do you need me to gather? This time I'd like you to get people. People? Ever since the monsters made the bridge unsafe, all the stall owners went and found other work. Look at this, there's nobody here. Even if the stalls were back, what would be the point? True, it is kind of sad. We need to bring the people back, see if they'll reopen shop now that the monsters are gone. Got it, but where should I start? Should shout around town. Would you mind heading under the bridge? There's a guy working a mine down there. He once ran a stall. Okay, I'll try talking to him. Please don't tell me to just start the... Oh, you're just going to town and start shouting about how the store's looking for work. No! I can't think of anything worse. Let's go into the middle of a crowded area and start, like, talking really loudly so everyone can hear you. No! No! My anxiety would be, like, would skyrocket. The alchemist. I'm sorry to keep asking, but could you do me another favour? Oh, what the... I came here because I thought I could turn something in. Of course, what is it? I asked you to gather the ore before. There was a stained glass window in the back of the cave. It was before the mine became abandoned. I'm trying to somehow recover it. But there are monsters in the area. We are out of our depths. You want me to go take them out? Yeah, that's basically it. Can you help us? Understood. Let us begin. Alright, so now I've got 2 quests to do. That wasn't what I was even here for. Quest? I'm already on a quest. He used to run the shop is below the bridge now, so that's... Oh, literally below that bridge. Oh, I thought it was being like... Oh, never mind. It means like literally below the bridge. Oh, whoops. I don't really want to fight you. Yeah, literally... I thought it'd be like in the city itself sort of thing. It'd be like an underpass or something that he'd set up a stall. Not that he just came and hid down here. Okay, I've realised the problem of just jumping off without a care in the world. I should have gone round. So you can get up there, Ryza. Oh, yeah. Oh, was he supposed to come from the other side? Considering, like, there's the back of the chest? Whoops. Yo. Excuse me, do you have a moment? Hmm? What is it, miss? I heard that there's a man on the bridge that you want to operate a store. Is that true? That's me, alright. Well, the monsters have all been driven off. The store is back to normal now. Seriously? When did that happen? Now you can reopen your shop. The man on the bridge wants you to come back. Back as soon as I get my fingers together. Things will come and let me know, miss. Alright, report to the bridge manager. Oh, I could have just done this. Oh, that would have been way quicker. Oh, dang it. I don't think I have the key for this still. No. Fine, I'll warp again. I was like, is there a quick way to get back over? And it kind of isn't. Let's go talk to Bridge Man. Oh, yeah, there is a couple stalls starting to get set up. We'll make this look all prosperous yet. Adventurer, I've just got some people as well. It's just like how it used to be. Hey, you're back. Well, pretty cool, huh? We couldn't have done without your help and these people. We couldn't have got this far if you had not wanted to restore the bridge in the first place. That's right. Alright, it's time I got prepared for the grand reopening. Right on. Adventurer, you're a lifesaver. It's something much, but please take this. Sure thing. If you ever need help, just ask. I'll be sure to do just that.
どんな素材も無駄にならないからね。
Right, and what was his thing? The other quest that we picked up when I thought we was actually doing the thing we were supposed to do? Fuck. We don't have that key. At least I don't think we do. We've picked up a couple more, but I still don't think we have that key.
これなら誰でも簡単に水晶の採取ができそうだな。
I mean, we could check the local enemies to see if any of them will drop it for us. Since there's a quest there now, which means, hey, you could have absolutely had a key right now. Yeah, no. Alright, I'm gonna fight these guys and see if we can get any keys.
みんな敵だよ。連続をすれば安心だね。
クラウディアのユニット期待してるぜ。
速度を保ち切り続ける。
今なら鍵が作れるかも。
There's no adventure effect, so no, it'd be worthless.
よし、今だ。
心配せず
お願い。
やったぞライダー。
これで
せーの。
貴様を切る。
真っ二つよ。みんなお疲れ様。
Okay, that's the same enemy, so it'd probably be no differ.
なんだ近くじゃねえ
Let's
か。
try the elementals. See if they will drop what we need.
採掘をしていた洞窟です。私が生まれる前からあるんですよ。どんな素材も無駄にならないからね。
これも使えるのか。
みんな敵よ。
This enemy literally just spawned in for the quest, but whatever. Like, don't pretend I didn't spot that game. I just saw it pop into existence.
二頭使いの力氷が溶けた。今なら楽に倒せそうだ。
Fucking... Did adventuring effects not exist?
開けちゃいそうだよ。
新しい鍵を。よし、できた。それ、そりゃ。私に任せて。
Oh, you're a different version, right?
一丁やってやる。
How about you, my friend? Do you have it? Don't forget to get synthesis stuff. Okay, fine.
これで当てるよ。
速度を保ち氷が溶けた。今なら楽に倒せそうだ。
やるじゃんボス。
But that's neither a symbol effect and buff effect. Yeah.
新しい鍵を。よし、できた。
What about you? You're another different shade.
私に任せて。
You're a scrambled energy. Do you believe in the way?
めちゃなさい。
Or are all the elementals like what's adventure and synthesis effect? We don't know what that is.
見せてやる。
But it's ironic because it's an elemental. You'd think something elemental would be all in on synthesis. No.
私たちの勝ちだね。少し強くなれた気がします。
まだまだ戦えるぜ。
Okay. What about the fairy-esque enemies up here?
そっちに何かあるのか。
Oh, Andy, they are.
とりあえず一休みだね。何を作ろうかな。
Ooh, secret key rarity up.
これを。
Oh, that's actually exactly what we need. Let's cook up.
しっかり食べてね。いただきます。どれくらい休もう朝？時間が経つのは早いね。
下手に採取
Hey, dude, have you got any like cool keys?
背中は任せな背中は任せるぞぜボス間を切る
Weaken you down enough first. It's like I'm catching Pokemon again. I gotta weaken it first, and then we'll see. Fuck me! But I don't care about the first 2 bars. I should also be checking landmark keys, and I'm not doing that either.
やったなライザ。
二頭使いの力見せてやる。
これで決める。
行くぞ。
今なら勝ちが作れるかも。ライダー、私に任せて。気合い。よし、今ならいけそう。やったね、ライダー。二頭使いの力。
What, they're just buddies? I like the friendship those two have in this game. Let's be honest, because you know they're both from different sort of like business-esque families. You know, Boss with his dad being kind of like a pseudo mayor, and Claudia's whole family being like from that big, like the big business and enterprise and everything traveling around. So they both just got good business sense. It's not surprising that they get along. But no, they're not. I don't think they're setting up any shit between those two. It's more that it's just like of the group, Boss and Claudia are probably the most sensible of like the usual like faces. So they probably are just like used to chatting to each other separately. Let me actually like get a couple landmark keys. It's a synthesis effect. Alright, I fulfilled my quota. I've got a synthesis one, now can I have my adventure crystals? Hey, there we go. It's green though, I think I need a wet red one.
さて、どこで使えるんだか。
ここがいいな。すごく滝が入り組んでるの。
I know it's not a friendship, I'm just saying I don't think it's a ship. I don't think it's a ship, those two, or anything that they're setting up, anything like that. So that's not the vibe I get from them. Like, at all.
この辺りでも鉱石が結構取れるんですよ。よければ採取してみてください。戦う準備はできています。
Fine, I'll do it just because it'll boost Frederica's stats. I think that's probably the biggest reason why Frederica is slightly lower on stats, because she hasn't had all these quests like everyone else has. I'm concerned later on. I mean, we'll see. Like I said, I just get the vibe from Boss and Claudia. It's like they're like the two sensible parents of the group, if anyone has to be. Because Lent is a little bit to fight first, think later. Tao is the opposite. He thinks too much, so he doesn't really like act in the moment, so he ends up kind of confined. And Ryza is just almost way too carefree that she ends up putting herself in danger. So she needs almost like the parental-esque members of the group to kind of keep them in line. And because Claudia and Boss both serve that role, and they both have, you know, similar-esque backgrounds. No spoiler though, no worries. It makes sense that those two would just get along, but I genuinely don't see them like see it as like a shipping sense. I see it more as just like, you know, like that, like almost like they're like the two like most mature members of the group, so they just kind of vibe with each other. The only like ship that I would genuinely be really surprised if we reached the credits and nothing's happened with them is Tao and Patricia. Because they spent way too much time setting up that, and even the whole thing with her basically confessing and Ryza even like putting the words in her mouth and saying you basically said you loved him. And the whole earlier on when, you know, when Patricia was brought up and Tao like blushed, it's like, no, they gotta do something with that. Thanksgivers. Yeah, no worries, dude. I'll get to it when I get to that, obviously. Right, I got distracted. I wanted to go do this.
滝がいくつもあるな。
Ooh, a red adventure effect. That might actually be what we're after. I'm gonna go check. I've said it before, but if for whatever reason Ryza X Claudia is never gonna happen and it's like not allowed to happen or whatever, for whatever fucking reason, my second best for Ryza would honestly be the boss, because I think that would be a like cute thing where they've gone from like, you know, friends to frenemies to hating each other to appreciating each other. Oh, I need to re-equip it. You know, like the growth they've been on. Aha, it is good. Obviously, I prefer Ryza X Claudia, but I'm not writing this game, so I don't get a say.
すげえ。これなら誰でも簡単に水晶の採取ができそうだな。
But I will genuinely honestly be more annoyed if they don't do Tao Patricia, because that one's actually had setup. And I mean like proper setup, not just implied or inferred or wanted setup, as in actually like, you know, the game itself has put it on the table and been like, no, there's something going on here. Patricia's just being shy about it. And the fact that, like I said, Tao blushed when Patricia was brought up, he's probably over the span of a year between these games become more aware or something between him and Patricia of what's going on. Or maybe he's just got feelings back, but neither of them have said anything yet. That old conundrum. So old as time itself. See people falling in love with each other, but not getting together because neither of them think the other will feel the same, so don't say anything. Heck, I literally have that in Demon of Zenelheim between Luna and Lux, where they're all business partners, but they genuinely, like, it genuinely goes deeper between them, but neither of them are prepared to admit that, and so like they just keep up the whole act of being business partners. But Luna always seems to make sure Lux is okay first, and Lux always seems to make sure Luna's okay first, sort of thing between them. I mean, heck, both their names start with L. Can you tell that I was like, I was planned to set those two up from the start because their names start with the same letter? I say that, it's more that I'm just... I tend to have like a set of like names in mind anytime I do anything, and so sometimes they end up too similar or things like that by accident. And it's also just a habit of mine that, for the most part, most character names like keep 4 letters or shorter, so it's easier to remember. But I've also said before that with my book, Demon of Zenelheim, each region has a theming with the name. So you can always, it's easier for the reader to eventually, when they realise what the theming is, identify what area people come from by their names. Like, everyone from Zenelheim tends to be named after gems or something to do with the ocean. Everyone from Revapor tends to have royalty or money-esque things tied to their name. Utonis is spiritual or concise relationships. I get what you mean, but no, you also have that, to be fair, with in my book with Azel and Ellie, because those two genuinely are like super into each other, and Ellie has like no fucking subtlety whatsoever because it's not in her body to do so. So, but I've also never done that kind of story with telling any kind of love story between characters. I've never done that, and so I wanted to give it a go. But yeah, so I mean, with Utonis, it's like it will either be like something to do tied with the stars, or it will be astrology in general, or it will be like magical terms for names. Like Ellie's last name is Boone, because, you know, like magic boon. So there's your slight link, whilst Luna is more obvious because her name's Luna, for fuck's sake.
強敵です。気をつけて。嫌な予感がします。戦う準備はできています。
And then Muxen is... Muxen, I wanted to feel like very militant and also isolated and different, so I deliberately tried to make the names like different from the other regions, but like a more radical extent. And because I'm a weeb, what that ended up being is that I end up using a lot of Asian names, which I'm aware could come across as like, you know, white man writing Asian characters sort of thing. But to make sure like I'm on the right foot, I do have thankfully I have a lot of friends that are from various walks of life that can make sure I'm not like steering off the wrong path or like mishandling things and whatnot. I knew I was on the right track when I named one of the villains, and when I showed it to a friend of mine and whatnot, his first word was, "Oh damn, I love it." And I was like, okay, so then it said, I'm good with this name then. Because I called him Orida Kurumi. And he went, no, Orida's such a great villain name. I was like, is it? And he went, yeah. I was like, okay, I'll take your word for it. I just did it because I thought it sounded cool. And last names, like any book I write, if you pay attention to characters' last names, you'll realize that 90% of last names of characters are references to shit I either like or shit I've written in the past. Like, you know, Aura's last name being Kurumi. Gee, I wonder what that's a reference to. There's a psychopath that the cast meet later in the game called Veni Atelier. Lux's last name is Charlotte. Charlotte was the witch of Mary and Vincent the Witch Hunter, the book I wrote 4 years ago. Oh, I got frozen. It's similarly Alice Agni. Agni is the name of another witch from The Witch Hunter. I use last names as an excuse to squeeze in a bunch of references usually, unless they're like a super main character, like Azel Pearl. Pearl isn't a reference to anything. And although my naming is still like, I say my naming conventions sometimes aren't the best still. They're a lot better than they were when I first started writing like 12 years ago. So I'll take it. I don't have a character called Zero anymore. Fucking, I look back and read some of the shit I wrote when I was like, you know, when I was a kid, when I first started writing it, and I just cringe so hard. Because I'm like, man, I really thought this was a cool name, huh? Obviously I was a kid, I didn't know any better, but I'm just like, fuck, man, I really thought when I was like 12 that this was a cool name. To just call a villain Zero. Yeah, sure. I'm guessing that door's... Can I not go that way full stop? Is that door stopping me from going up there in general? Huh. Alright, well, we'll go back and check down here one last time then. But equally, like, I don't like just calling names like just like straight up names sort of thing. I want it to be something out there, at least a smidge. Like, you're never gonna find a character called Steve, you know, in any of my books. The closest I got is in Mary and Vincent 3. The main character of that book is Robin. And even then, I've said it before, the third Mary and Vincent book I wrote, Blood Maiden, Robin is literally just female me, which is why the name became what it was and it just stuck. She was female me as a teenager, so if you're ever curious just kind of what kind of person I was as a teenager, yeah, but if I ever publish that book, you'll be able to see. Okay, so there's just no way of getting to the upper half just yet. Let's get out of here then. Because I was moody and like disconnected and like not wanting to be involved, but equally kind of shy. So when people were weird, that were just suddenly nice to me, I'd always get all like quiet and blushy. Like I was super like introvert who just wanted to be left alone. And it was only in my like early adult years I started to get better at it. I say that I'm still in my early adult years. I'm only 23, about to be 24. I mean more like when I was like 18 and 19. Isn't anyone who you wish to? Yeah, I get what you're saying. And it's not even a matter of treading on eggshells, and I know that's going to sound when I explain it, but it's not my intent. It's more like I don't want to come across as the guy who doesn't know what he's talking about writing this character. You know? Like, there's no trope joke about, like, the whole men writing women, and then they write them in the most, like, sexist way possible, and it's like, well, clearly they don't understand anything about women. I never want to come across as that person, and I'm always conscious to make sure I know what I'm talking about when I write about anything. I'm not just spouting gibberish or pretending I know what I'm talking about. So having friends who are of varying cultures is, like, genuinely a huge boon for me. I know I'm almost talking like my friends are tools now. It's like superficial concern, and that's fair enough. It probably is. It's just a me thing. Like, and I'm going to sound a little, I don't know I've just said that, but I'm now going to come across quite egotistical and whatnot. Just story is my perspective. Oh, fair. Pay off at the end. Oh, fair enough. Oh, you're still not done? You still want more? There, have that. Well, at least you managed to... You've got a different perspective on it. But, like, the only thing I can say with confidence is because I've, like, grown up with mostly women, and, you know, 95% of my friends are women, I'm relatively... have relatively more confidence in writing female characters, you know? And I've said it before, the ultimate trick for anyone writing characters is make them genderless until, like, they're finished writing, and then apply the gender stuff afterwards, because they will tend to be better. If you write them thinking, no, they have to be a man, or they have to be a woman, you'll end up, like, you risk falling into more tropes, and then making them feel more standard for whatever reason. I was going to be playing as breaking out and calling up the drama. Oh, that's cool. During WD 2023, your writing is meant to be a melodrama with a payoff on your feud with your... Oh, right, so it's literally supposed to just be like a WWE, like, mini-drama, but instead of it being what you usually get in WWE, where it's over the span of, like, an episode or two, it's over the whole of a games campaign. It's intentional and it's brilliant. Oh, okay, and I'm glad it paid off for you, then. Yeah, crash course, yeah. You know what was a good... I know it wasn't really wrestling, it was more like a 2.5D brawler, but what was a good wrestling-esque game that had a fun story mode? Fucking Def Jam Fight for New York on the PS2. The final boss has you literally throwing Snoop Dogg out a window. That game was great. It's difficult as hell to get into, and you really have to kind of, like, figure it out and learn it, but that game was fun. I almost definitely never get a remaster because, like, there's 1,000,001 different licensed songs that have to be sorted out, but it was a real great, like, little gem. Def Jam. Yeah, Def Jam, Fight for New York. So it's less wrestling, more like 2.5D brawler. But it was super fun on the PS2. It's just a shame that was, like, the only, like, really good one. I love that game. The one that came out, I think it was, I can't remember if it was late PS2 or early PS3, but the one that came out afterwards, from what I can remember, kind of killed the franchise. It was the reason why we don't get another one. Which is a shame, because I really liked what those games did. Anyway, I'm back, Anna. Welcome back. Are they all with you? Excuse me, only members of the Lamberti family may enter. I am allowing it. Today is a special occasion. Oh. Everyone, please come this way. Look at her being a boss. So many. Were all of these made by the Lamberti family? Hey. Everyone look at the decorations. Glimmering fairy stones around translucent glass. Everything here is made using both. Yes, this is proof that my father, grandfather, and great-grandfather all tried to combine the materials of both guilds for close to a century. They started as prototypes born from experimenting with techniques as a hobby, but it turned into a desire for reconciliation. But the technique to perfect them was never attained, and they are still here, both as hidden treasures and regrets. They look pretty enough though, even if incomplete. I asked you to make the duet solvent solution before. I used it to attempt one of these crafts. You did? I had no idea. I thought I had to do it alone, so I worked in secret. I kind of understand that. But you said it's still incomplete. Yes. What father tried and failed to make before he died, it was meant to reconcile the guilds. If I can't complete it, both guilds will accept it. If I can complete it, sorry, they'll accept it. Or for this I am certain. But when father passed, his notes were lost. Now I am just fumbling in the dark. Federica. Yes? I wish you would have said so sooner. I'm sorry. There's no need to apologies. No need for apologies. You had to keep Face as deputy as well. That's... It's not too late. We're here for you. Whatever you need. Mr. Len. Thank you. My father's illustrations were lost in the forest beyond the mines. Will you help me look for them? If I had them, I'm sure I could complete this. Oh, can we go explore the bottom left corner now? Sure, I'll leave it to us. We'll find them for sure with everyone helping. Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah, okay, so that's at the gate, so we're going to be allowed in. We can fight that monster while we're there. Oh, there's another normal quest. Is it the fucking bridge again? Yes, it is. Oh, there's a character quest as well. Where's that? There? Interesting. Are there any others before I head off? Let's do the character quest first. It'll be more exciting. And then I'll go over and see what's going on with the bridge. I can't stress enough how much this specific track, the dun 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 dun, has got stuck in my head. It's genuine. When I was working on Saturday, like the whole shift, it was all I could hear, and I was just like, please. And I don't even know why. Like, it's not like it's like really that repetitive or like that in your face or anything. It's just like a nice melody, but for some reason it's like stuck in my head. Really, this place is full of fairy stones. There aren't many other people in the world that have fairy stones so clustered together. I see why it's called Fairy Stone Mountain. There were places on Kirkin where fairy stones were exposed, but... Fairy Stone Forest? Oh yeah, it was a perfectly wooded area and a great playground. You guys were the only ones who called it that. There weren't that many fairy stones anyway. None of the guys on Kirkin Island are thinking of doing anything with the fairy stones. But it's no wonder you start thinking that way if you have so much of it like this. That's an odd thing for you to say, boss. Do you think about it too? No, not unless, of course, there's some kind of mass discovery of fairy stones on the island. It's pointless to think about things that can be picked elsewhere. I'll leave that sort of thing up to you. What about fairy stone accessories? Like the ones that you can make in the workshop with Sardonica? I'm sure Ryza can make good ones. Nah, if it were Ryza, she would say burn it for fuel or something like that. That's definitely something she would say. I mean, Ryza sure does have a pragmatic side. Oh, come on, you two. It sure does sound like something that I would say. I like how Tao and Len have kind of gone back with how they, like with their friendship with Ryza, how it was in the first game. Because in the second, they didn't tease each other anywhere near as much. Whilst in this one, they've kind of gone back to teasing Ryza a fair bit. But just now, not as harshly as they used to be. Outside the handwriting thing, they really kind of ripped into her for her handwriting. Like, it's something I kind of missed in the second game, was the kind of like the banter between some of the members of the group. Like, it felt like they toned it down to try and make them more mature feeling in the second game, but kind of oversteered. Whilst this one, now they're even more mature, they're like, yeah, no, they're adults. they know how to actually banter and not just insult each other.
の弓は任せしてるぜ。行くぞ。2投で決める。速度を保ち切り続ける。
今の力が作れる。
任せる。
I've said it before, but a lot of the tone and story, this feels more like a successor to Ryza 1 in terms of themes and feeling than Ryza 2 did. And that's not to like dig on Ryza 2. I vastly prefer Ryza 2 over Ryza 1. I'm just saying, like, Ryza 1, as I said before, it felt like an Atelier game with some Ryza in it, in terms of like Ryza feel. Whilst Ryza 1, it didn't feel like an Atelier game at times compared to the rest of the series. It felt like kids on an adventure, and more of like a, you know, a self-discovery theming game with alchemy involved. And I kind of liked it as a fresh perspective, just a different feel for it. Because you weren't, you know, trying to pay rent through alchemy or trying to be the best alchemist or anything like that. You were literally just a kid wanting to go out and see the world and looking for a good excuse. And it just so happens that alchemy ends up answering it, which I suppose the same could be said for Furious, but even Furious got the alchemy exam on the other side. Ryza 1. But I like Ryza 1's thematic theming. And I love that game. Like, so I felt nostalgic for it, like when we go back to it, because I do like the theming of that game as a fresh, different perspective for the series. Whilst Ryza 2 feels a lot more in line with a traditional Atelier game while still being Ryza-esque. Oh no, I'm not challenging, I'm just kind of trying to explain my viewpoint a little better. Whilst this feels like it's somewhere in the middle, like it feels more Ryza-esque, like it feels more like going on an adventure with your friends sort of thing, and less focused on all the alchemy shenanigans, while at the same time still having goals and objectives that are more in line with what you expect from, you know, these kind of games. Like, you know, you have to find certain resources and build certain things every now and then. Like, it feels like they found the balance in this game. Like an Atelier game. Yeah. Like, it feels Atelier enough, but it's not the first thing that comes to mind. I think it's a better way to put it when I play Ryza 1. But I genuinely loved the fact that it felt fresh as a fresh perspective from it. And I know a lot of that was because, you know, that was my 5th Atelier game in a row at that point. Well, no, that was a different thing, because a lot of it was like, you said you don't like how the game handles some of its gameplay stuff, and I was like, well, no, I like it because it's different. I was talking about story and themes. And the thing is, like, it's weird, like, because I said Ryza 2 is a lot closer to being more action RPG, and this one speeding it up by default makes it closer to being more action RPG. But I still wouldn't say it's quite there, you know? Like, it's not really like, you're not doing an action thing. It's still, like, everything has cooldowns and timers. Is there any deviation I mentioned? I can't remember every single detail. It's just that's the one that stuck out. You know me at this point, dude. I don't remember every detail. I'm terrible at that. Oh, this wasn't even the quest. I thought that was the one to turn it in. Oh, whoops. The overall structure. Nice. So I'm here. But I still absolutely love what all the Ryza games did, and I love it for taking the risk for being a fresh perspective. And ultimately, the sales don't lie. Their risk paid off. I know we all make the jokes that like Ryza's Fires did a huge service to like get this game more, these games more popular. But if it was just that the character looked good but the game was shit, it wouldn't have been enough to, you know, make it as popular as it's become, you know? It's because the game's fresh perspective was genuinely refreshing, not just for a lot of old fans, but inviting for a lot of new ones. I'm not going to go hunt that down. Why does every quest go hunt a monster very far away? Why can't more of them just be, hey, do you want some money quick? Hey, give me some wood. Did that guy start running as soon as it started raining? Did he just... Where'd that umbrella come from? Also, if characters can just pull out umbrellas, where's our umbrella? and just entry point. Yeah, but if that was the case, and it was just like getting new people in, but there was nothing beyond the surface value, Ryza 2 then wouldn't have also done really well. Because the proof of the retention is the fact that Ryza 2 did really well, and the fact that this game's done really well, despite the fact there's year differences between them. If the retention wasn't there, when Ryza 2 came around, people were going, oh, it's that game again. And then that would have been it. It would have dipped, but no, the franchise has just done better and better. It's a thing, and it's like, it's very popular in fighting games, and it's why I always bring up fighting games when I talk about it, because it happens a lot in them. I get what you're saying. But it's still, my point stands, like, this game's also doing super well, and this game's gameplay, although the open world's a big part of it as well, this game's gameplay is just Ryza 2 but faster. You know? But the point I was going to get at, sorry, is that a lot of fighting games do this, and so it doesn't really surprise me when I see other genres do it. Fighting games have a habit of making big changes, not for the sake of change or for innovation, but because they know it's worth the risk to risk upsetting, like, say, 10% of their audience for changing it so much, but get, like, a whole new 50% plus in. And obviously, it doesn't always work. Street Fighter V sold miserably, and that really changed a lot of things, and people didn't like it, so they just ended up on a loss. But in other areas, like Guilty Gear Strive is the very first Guilty Gear to sell 1 million units. That game is radically different from Xrd, and people were pissed off at how different it was. But the new audience they got in more than made up for it. Point I'm getting at, though, is that I like that they were prepared to take a risk, and at least for me personally, I think that risk has paid off. Because I genuinely love these games. I love them differently to how I love the Mysterious era, but I love them. So things that ask, listen for a second. And I think that's the big thing for some people, is the fact that, you know, what I love about this game is different from the older ones. And I'm sure I'll mention it again when we go through Arland and Dusk, how the older Atelier games feel versus how the newer ones feel. But as someone who just genuinely enjoys all of them, like, I'm always up for it to be a bit different. I trust Gust to make it work. They've yet to let me down. You know? Well, unless you want to count Knights of Azure 2 crashing on PS4. They let me down a little on that one, but that's about it. Yeah. That's what favors to ask. Could you please enter for a second? Sure, what's up? I was able to get a painting done by an artist I've always wanted to have. Oh, really? Is it a mysterious painting by chance? Can I dive in? Or is it a standalone series in the Atelier series? I don't see it enough that way. I get your perspective, and I get why you see it that way. I don't see it enough that way, though. I still see this as more of like just where they go next with the series. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if outside of like returner franchises, sort of like how Sophie 2 was very much just an enhanced version of, you know, the Mysterious's combat instead of just borrowing Ryza's. Dusk will probably just be like Dusk 4 would probably just be Dusk 1, 2, and 3 systems but better enhanced, etc, etc. I wouldn't be surprised if whatever the next saga is uses Ryza's setup as a baseline, and either, you know, further radicalizes and changes it, or just heavily improves on it. Like, I'm not sure how I'd feel, because we also depend how it goes when we get to it, but I wouldn't be surprised if the next saga does go full action RPG. The only reason why I'd be hesitant on that, though, personally, isn't because I have a problem with action RPGs, it's because that's what Knights of Azure is. For me. It's like, if I want a Gust action RPG, I will go to Knights of Azure, not Atelier. I think this being more, I say ATB RPG is the way I go about it, but it's just because it's literally the ATB system on crack, where everything has cooldowns instead. So there's still a turn sense, but it's not direct turns. Journeys, so logically we have different experiences. Yeah, because obviously I started with Mysterious, and so I started way later into the saga. So I was able to get painted done by an artist, what was I have? Well, technically, I did start with Ryza 1, but I got that at launch, played it through for a bit, and then, you know, just kind of misremembered most of it by the time I went back for it in the marathon. Because I thought I had finished it, but when I started getting trophies when I was going through it, I was like, oh, well, clearly I didn't. When I started getting plot trophies, I was like, oh, clearly I didn't finish it. Whoops. Right, frame for it. I was wondering if you can make one from scratch, made of a sturdy material. Let's see. What if... Let me ask you. Okay, we'll sort that out. Surely you saved the painting. You need 10 over 50. Oh, no, that's our reward. Never mind. We need a Magma Martyr with quality over 75.
どこか行くのか?
Oh, I'd almost ended up not liking because of Rorona. Yeah, so I'm expecting when I go into the Ireland games to be a real fucking system shock because of how far back they are in terms of how much Gus as a company have grown. But I'm prepared to give, like, you know, throw it that bone and give it a chance because I've heard great things about the third Ireland game and obviously the fourth one as well. But I'm talking about the OG trilogy. This stuff in English was awful. Oh, that's a shame. And also with like Dusk, I never stop hearing things about Eshi and Loji. And so I can't wait to go through Dusk to eventually get to Eshi and Loji. I know we have to go through the one that's apparently super fucking hard first, but we'll get there. Do I even have the magma whatever it is? I don't know if I do. I just saved it and so we consolidated it. Yeah. And that's also the other thing that'll be interesting. Because Dusk 3 was the first one to do away with the time limit. I think. Oh, it's there! Oh, geez, okay. So I'm kind of curious to see what like the genuine first attempt at getting rid of the time limit was like. Oh, let's just craft some shit. Let's craft some shit. We're so close to 400. Yeah, Shaylee. Oh, that's effect. Whoops. I was like, wait, I was going the wrong way. I was going to need to go this way. I need to get the quality over 100. Okay. Do I have any fours? No, of course I don't. That'd be too easy. Eisenkampf. Oh, I don't have any breeze stones, huh? Yeah, I managed to like bullshit a level up on that at least. Yeah, thank you. I don't have any breeze stones, but at least I got synth quality up. Yeah, now we have enough. I wonder when we'll get like the dummy puny, you know, one that you can just beat up, because I imagine that's in this game as well. I think Tal's be the next one I try and see, because we can just swap him. Actually, I need to actually put him in the main party. I was going to say, we'll just swap him in, and then I realized, hang on a minute, he's not in the main group. You had to be above a set quality, didn't it? Yeah. Yeah, if I do that for a sec, and then we'll try and check out Tal's next opportunity. Because now I'm curious. Fucking need to go do that as well. Oh, yeah, he's running from the rain. God damn, those clothes really do soak through almost instantaneously, huh? Main cubes, but also across make one. Ready-made wasn't good enough? Of course not, we need a frame that matches the picture displayed. Guess that's true, yes, I am sorry. This is for you, take it if you like. 10 Art Knight and 400 SP. So we got our SP back, basically, for making the Magma Martyr.
敵がいくつもあるな。こういう場所気持ちよくて好きだぜ。
So fight these fucking things again. You know what? Sure. Oh, I have to talk to him first, don't I? To her, sorry. And then when we reach talent level 5, I'm gonna swap the tower and see what it looks like. Because the more we can see anyway, the closer I get to that trophy. Oh, I hope there's multiple rounds, because we're gonna, these enemies are gonna die very quick otherwise. We're not gonna get level 5. Stunningly done, Miss Ryza. Oh, such the compliments is. Okay, there is multiple rounds, good. Sao, get in here. Alright, let's see what yours is like. Eisenkampf! This is the end! Alright, Virgil, calm it down. It did like no damage because there's nothing on Tau, but that's sick. That's a sick fatal drive, Tau. Holy shit. Alright, now as soon as we can get you out of here, we will, because you're gonna die. Ryza! Yeah, save this. Bury the light deep within. That's a sick fucking fatal drive. I only said super. I mean, it is a super, really. Oh, before I forget. Oh, okay, I don't care about that. Alright, thanks, motorbike. We can get another one knocked out as well while we're here. Hang on. Hey, Federica, you actually have decent equipment, so you can actually survive this. Oh, look at that happy smile! I will give you the Winter Moon. She's not winning the fucking Descendant of the Frozen Moon Witch allegations yet. I'm just putting it out there. She's yet to, like, Oh, just a cheeky ending to it as well. Okay, that's kind of cool. That theory, like, the more I see on it, it's like, man, that one person on Reddit might have actually had a very fucking good point. She might be a descendant of the Frozen Queen, or the Frozen Moon Queen, from Ryza 2, that we learned about in those ruins. Wow, she is all magic, huh? Alright. Alright, you're super sick, Tao. I'm benching you though, because Lent's at least a little bit better stat-wise. So we only need to see Lent, and then we've got maybe a Witcher. Yeah, the common theory up until launch, was that Federica might be a descendant of the Frozen Moon Witch that we learned about in Ryza 2's ruins. And, you know, the fact that she was just in that thing talking about, like, you know, the winter moon and shit, I was like, she's not winning the allegations yet, you know? It very much seems like she might be. It would be cool if she actually is, because then that's like a reward for people that actually paid attention to the lore of the ruins in the second game, because I loved reading all that. Wait, what do you need to get for this schmuck? Oh! Why? It's better be worth it. Well, you got so many? I shouldn't be surprised knowing you. Glad we could help. At least we cleared out like a good 100 of our space. Getting back to how they were, it's got to be a bit more. It's always talking to my thanks. Yeah, what are you going to give me for all that? 3 gold coins and 400 SP? I want a fucking refund. Head to the forest beyond the mines. Okay, so we need to head down here. Let's actually return to the Atelier first. Save and prep and then head on down. Oh god, don't start yawning, Robert. We're only 3 hours into the stream. I know I'm tired because I've been streaming so many days in a row, but holy shit. That just snuck up on me. Still can't make a lunar lamp. Still can't make a nectar elixir. I don't expect us to make an elixir for forever because of the dunkel height requirement. There's like literally that right there. Can't make either of these either. What we... Oh, we can't make any sorcery roads. What about you? What are you missing? Puny leather. Ugh. Oh, we... never mind. I was going to say, we might be able to make this, but no, we need more 3-colored stones. Oh, I'm out of green neutralizers? Oh, hang on one second. We don't have any Citron for the rainbow neutralizer, so I'm not that fussed about that. Oh, I can make reinforced cell, maybe. Fucking just barely. Just barely. Oh, I don't have any blue 2s. Blue 3s, sorry. Yeah, we can't go any further that way. We can't go that way. Yeah, might as well just wrap this. Oh, that was the other thing we made. And it can make a Denor powder. You can make flint coal. That's such a stupid joke from like the 2012 Minecraft videos that Achievement Hunter would do. That just came to my mind, saying that every time someone would say flint, someone else would just go coal. And it wasn't even funny, but for some reason, like, it made them giggle and it just made me laugh. So it was like one of those like stupid, like almost insider jokes, but no one actually knows why it's funny. You just end up giggling at it. But every single time someone goes, "Oh, I need some flint," someone go, "Coal?" You're like, shut the fuck up. I will be wrapping up soon-ish though, just because I've got work later on, but I am also just tired, so I want to be able to kind of just chill for a bit. It's why I'm taking tomorrow off, because I knew like streaming over the entirety of the weekend, including the the weekend days I don't work, would start to stack up, and I have been feeling it all stream today that I'm just a little bit more like bleh, So I'll take tomorrow off, come back Wednesday. Good old Hades on Friday. I don't know how many streams Hades will be or how it will go, because I want to get the true ending, and it is a sub goal, so I feel like if I only streamed it once, it'd be like, what the fuck's the point? But with it being a roguelike, that could take a while before we get the true ending, so it honestly just depends how it goes. If we're like 20 streams deep and we haven't reached the true ending, fucking I'll have to call it eventually, But we'll figure it out as we go. Druid stock solution also comes from this area. Father came back here in search of it. Solvent stuff they used is cleanly meld fairy stone and glass together. I made this pendant with my father. When you said okay, I thought to myself, maybe I can do something after all. So is this whole island kind of like the Frederica story arc? Because if that's the case, she might be the only person joining us the whole time we're here. Because I was kind of expecting, considering there's 11 main characters, that more would join in this second land. But it might just be like Frederica's land, so to speak, and then more will join in the third area. Be moved. I'm sure you can do it. Thank you, Miss Ryza. You know, when we do have a full party of 11, Jesus goddamn Christ, is going to be a nightmare trying to remember everyone's voices. I'm glad it's a slow and steady race that we're getting there. And that's excluding side characters that might show up again. Because I know Clifford's not playable, but it doesn't mean he can't not show up, you know? We don't... just because a character's in a previous game doesn't mean we have to have a Monica situation where they just cease to exist. I still don't get that. Monica was like Sophie's best friend as a child, and yet she fucking vanishes after Sophie won, and that's the last you ever see of her. It's like, like, where'd she go? Even Oscar came back! Thank goodness, I thought no one would come here. Could you get rid of that monster when it's pretty over, can't continue on? A Storm Elemental, where? Where? I guess it's just kill one, I guess. There was another theory that, like, Frederica might just straight up be the Frozen Witch as well, just because, the Frozen Witch did find the secret to immortality, so there's a chance that it's her. But considering, like, the whole thing with the family heritage and thinking up for generations, I don't think that's the case. I think she's an ancestor of the Frozen Witch instead. I think that makes more sense, at least to me. Assuming that theory's even right. It might just be, like, a bunch of coincidences. Okay, so there's an objective there, but there's also that. So we just gotta kind of keep on heading straight down, huh? Mortal Wish. See what she could be the founder of? Uh-oh. Go on. I don't know if you're going to make a serious point or you're about to make a joke, so I'm like, go on, I'm on the edge of my seat. Oh geez, the path kind of goes way over here as well, huh? What's the purpose of this one if it's all grounded? Is it just because it's quicker? How far straight down that way does it go then? Oh, I can see it. It's way up the fuck back there. Okay, that makes sense. Up the fuck, I said. Oh jeez. I'm sure half of my dictionary I just make up on the spot and it isn't even remotely grammatically correct. Alright, now we've got that linked to the canyon. Yeah, see if we can get that one first, because that was the one I was trying to go for way earlier. Enemy or enemy? Oh fuck, okay, I just didn't react to that at all, I just got to get into schnoz.
速度を保ち切り続ける。
Oh, one man, I had to put it to live chat because I realized that there's a chance that your message didn't come through for whatever reason. I've now seen your punchline. Fuddruckers. For some reason, maybe it's because it was all cats, but that's a weird reason to like make it auto blank out. Let's see Lance Ultimate. But I had to put it on like live chat for a sec so I could actually read that because it wasn't nothing was popping up, and I was like, it's been a while. This man hasn't dropped this punchline yet. Alright, I like that he shows off at the end. I like that he slams his sword in and folds his arm like, yeah, bitch. Does he stun himself? This motherfucker stuns himself. Or was that just like chance timing? This motherfucker super might stun himself. Look, these come on, Lent, wake up. I can't swap you off until you wake up. Alright, we've seen all the characters that we've got super. So basically any new characters we see join, even if we don't intend on using them, at least put them in the backup party so we can keep on working towards that trophy. Sure, I'll just clean this thing off. Can I skip this? No, you absolutely cannot. Alright, let's watch this play out again. Where she summons like the fucking like Aeon laser from Final Fantasy X again. Speaking of Final Fantasy, we still don't know when the Pixel remasters are coming to console. It was supposed to be this spring, but I'm like, when? When? Because when they do come around, then yeah, I will have to start thinking about my schedule again, because I want to play Final Fantasy IV at least soonish. I want to cover all the classics. The only one I'm swerving for now is 2, because I don't like 2. Which is why it's on the sub-goal list instead. I say that, it's not like I don't like 2. 2's fine, it's just grindy as shit. That's the only thing. Okay, for a split second, I was like, hang on a minute. I haven't actually checked to see if background members still get experience. Is the reason why Tal was so weak is because he's not getting experience? No, okay, everyone still gets experience. I don't know why I thought they would change that, because I think they've always been kind of generous with that, but I had just enough doubt, and I was like, I should actually check. Oh, come on, it's downward enough, Ryza. You can start building up momentum. Bruh. Alright, fine. God, this is like Pixie Forest 2.0. It's just kind of like a linear forest area. Spirit beasts are obedient and good. Claudia, are you already forgetting that this thing was a boss fight at the start of Ryza 2, and it became obedient because we beat the shit out of it? And it basically chose us because we were worthy of it. Actually, Claudia hadn't joined the party yet, I don't think. So maybe I think like she officially joined the party like between the first and second dungeon, unless you like grind it out or something. So maybe she isn't aware. I'll let her off. What's this? Was someone here? A worn-out tent. It looks like someone was camping out here. Maybe the owner is still around somewhere. Oh, there's someone over there. I spy, my little lie, a generic NPC. A camper, perhaps? He seems rather on edge. They're going to be okay on their own? There are lots of monsters around. It's dangerous being alone. Can't hurt to make sure they're okay. It's part of being an adventurer, after all. Sure, let's go see what's up. Okay. It kind of curves round. And it's just a little camp bit here. And it probably curves around into this. Okay. I'm curious what's in that space, though. Other than more trouble. Oh, that's that? How, what? He was there. How do you get over there? Oh, he can wait then. I want to go explore the waters. What? What is the random quest? Oh, fine, sure. Also, in real talk, the random quest system is what Furious should have had, in retrospect. Obviously, Furious was way earlier, but looking at how Furious handled itself as you go around, the nature of, like, traveling across the map on a time limit, if you had, like, the randomly generated on-the-spot quests that could get you rewards instead, that would have been way better than just, like, all the side quests being the most generic, boring shit ever. You know? I mean, these aren't much better, but at least they're way quicker. And you get immediate gratification for doing them, so you get your reward the moment you hit it. Because there was like one dude in like the first village we stumbled into, I was like, hey, I need like this specific plank of wood, and you're like, why? And then you get it to him, and then like you like advance time by 6 hours, he's there again asking for the exact same thing. There's just like, in retrospect, it's like, no, that's what Furious should have done. They should have done that. But I also get, like, Furious is trying a lot of different things. It's just a shame that a number of them didn't work. I still really like that game. It's just, of the actual Atelier games, it's the weakest one I've played so far. It had quite an uphill battle to go immediately, admittedly, because I really enjoyed Sophie 1, but still. That enemy's stuck. I wonder if they'll ever do a 5th game for any of the sagas, whether it be Island or Mysterious or whatever. Or I wonder if it's like 4 is like the one extra, that's all you get, stop asking kind of attitude. Ooh. Speaking of Sophie 2, this area kind of reminds me of Sophie 2. When you froze over a chunk of land. Oh. What's stopping me? Hey! Oh, there's a thing Ryza's hitting! There's something... There's something that's there. It wasn't a key barricade, there's no key symbol on the map. Maybe it was something that didn't render in, or maybe it is literally just they don't expect you to come here yet. Or maybe, if we're being realistic, it's because this game is still brand new, and any launch version of an open world game, you're always going to inevitably find something. They can go over it with the finest tooth comb, there will always still be something that they'll find. I mean, heck, we saw it. I think, was it last stream or the stream before? when we first went to this second region, and when they all went to get onto the boat, fucking Claudia, Lent, and Tao all T-posed. That was funny. That was funny. So watching Ryza help a T-posing Claudia onto the ship. That was, yeah, that was great. And I can only assume what caused it to bug out was the fact that we went straight from water to the Atelier to sleep the night to start the cutscene. So Ryza was still in her quote-unquote like soaked state, and maybe the cutscene just wasn't expecting Ryza to still be in that state, so it messed with something. That's the only answer I have for why it got weird. Alright, let's go back here and go back up. I was going to say, I don't, despite the fact this is like the first Atelier game we've played it, that at least that I've played, that tells you how much basket limit you have at all times, I think this is the first Atelier game where I haven't even once really thought about my basket. Like, sometimes it just fills up and I go, oh, we're full, are we? And then that's about it. Like, this is like the first time I really have not given that a second thought. Which is refreshing, to be honest. It's nice to not have to think about it. Oh, I can get quality. I'll get quality boost 1 for both. It's just the container I'm more worried about, because I know that will creep up on me eventually. That's much more expensive. Weapon free. No, I won't get that just yet. Oh, key modification I should probably get, because I'm kind of curious what's more beyond it than anything else. Yeah, I'll hold off. I keep on reading Hourglass of Origin, and every time I read it, for a split second I'm like, is it related to the Flame of Origin? And it's like, no, there's no way. It'd be too early for you to get that. It's the same way we've yet to see the Genesis Hammer. It's like, no, it's way too early. That'll be like on the very tail end of the skill tree. So this man just casually waltzed all the way over here. Hey you, what are you doing over there? Hmm? Oh, adventurers. We're just looking for something. Alone? This deep into the woods? I was with a group of people before, but then I dropped my pendant. My girlfriend gave it to me. If I tell her I lost it, she'll be so pissed. You're searching alone in the woods just because of that? Ugh, that's awfully reckless. Yeah, how much does this woman mean to you, your life? I'm worried that it will cause us to break up. Dude, I hate to like spell it out for you, but if losing something is a chance to cause you guys to break up, it probably wasn't working to begin with. I see, in that case, we'll help you look for it. Meanwhile, Ryza, the Little Miss Optimist. It's really dangerous to walk around alone here. Well, it's too late to turn back now. Now we know your story, it'd feel wrong to just leave. I mean it. You mean it? Thank you. You should be around where I dropped it. I'm counting on you. So when you say around here, you didn't mean around here whatsoever. What the fuck are you doing over here looking for it then? Yeah, I'm looking for my pendant. Do you not want to find the pendant? Are you secretly trying to tell me you want to break up with your girl? Why are you like in the complete opposite end of the area? Well, if that's the case, dude, I'll just pretend. I'll just say like, yeah, I tried to help him find it. And then I'll go. I'll keep the fucking thing, actually. I'll sell it. That'll really piss her off. That'll get her to break up with you. God damn it. I was like, can I get that without hitting the enemy? But no, I think that is it. I saw the, like, the tick.
刀使いの力見せてやる。
鍵が作れる。もう
任せる。
一度。
行くぞ。
今だよ。捉えた。復活よ。
2刀で決める。
よし。今ならいけそう。
Alright, now she's gonna probably like, rather immediately kick up the next enemy. Yep.
打ち込む。
Oh, of course it's not dead. If it somehow survives all this, it's earned the right to become a key. Alright, let's see what you become. Okay, you haven't earned it that hard. There we are. I wonder if I keep going this way, actually. I'm kind of curious if it links round. That man ain't trying to get back with his girlfriend anyway. He can wait an extra minute whilst I go around. Oh, this is, yeah, okay. This is just like the straight shot across the ground from, yeah, so we can just take that to him. Yeah, I found it. It was on the other end of the area. Oh, that's it. You found my lost pendant. Thank you. I owe you one big. Now I can finally go back in peace. Make sure you don't lose it again. Swear it on my life. Oh yeah, since I'm all done out here, feel free to use whatever is in the cabin as you wish. Yeah, I'll see you around. Alright, nice. Let's go loot this place. Ice bomb, dry biscuit. War powder. Is that war powder any good? Oh, who did I equip it on? Who owns the war powder? You do. No, it's not as good as my one. My one is peak. You can have that though. Okay, back as we were. Oh, is that... I can see the dead end, but it ends at the volcano again. Oh, I can see why it's called Spinal Forest. It's like a ribcage shape here. I thought we were going to stop picking up spinals like we are playing Resident Evil. Speaking of Resident Evil 4 Remake is going to be Maxwell's next video. His next video is titled An Incorrect Summary of Resident Evil 4, and I'm like, oh, that's going to be good, because that game's already kind of a meme. It's a really good action horror game, but it's got some really cheesy dialogue in it, so I'm already excited to see what he fucking... Because it's not even like a review, it's an incorrect summary. So it's going to be like, you know, like the Devil May Cry 5 or the Metal Gear Rising one. It's going to be like, I'm like, oh, I'm ready. where he has all the voices for the characters and does like his own take on everything. I say that Ultra Kill was technically an incorrect analysis as well, wasn't it? But still, that one, I'm like... Yeah, the 3 or so months it takes for him to make that video will be fucking worth it. Oh, where's this go? Lead me, my squirrel friend. I wish they had an animation for this thing moving slowly. Oh, they kind of do, it's just you have to be moving hella slowly. Where are you leading me? If it's towards that thing, I'm going to turn around. I'm hoping it'd be to a treasure chest. As I'm like trampling it to death. Oh. This wasn't here a second ago, was it? I wasn't just blind, was I? That only appeared because I interacted with the thingy, right? Oh god. I'm going to choose to believe that didn't spawn in until I interacted with the squirrel. And then I'm not blind. Well, blinder than I already am. I want to touch this landmark. Probably get whatever story quest is going on, and then I'm going to be wrapping up. So I can get some food and just kind of in general chill before work this evening. I mean, like I said, after that I'll be back on Wednesday for more of this. We're committing to this game until Thursday evening, and then we're going to start juggling it with Hades. I just wanted like a good strong week of just enjoying this. Or a good strong number of streams, because this is stream 4, so it'll be 5-6 streams of this straight, and then it will squeeze Hades in for the sub goal. Alright, that's the whole map uncovered. Nice. Well, almost the whole map uncovered, actually. I take that back. We got that smidge. Alright, this area ended up not being as big as I thought it was, because the whole volcano isn't explorable, at least not yet. We might be coming back later and it will open up and become explorable, but at least for now, it's a big no-no. Or, and we should consider this, because, you know, the game's only just come out, and we know there's DLC areas coming. This could be a DLC area. As far as we know. This could be a DLC area later on, because they're adding, like, I think, like, 2 extra dungeons at some point later on through the season pass. Looks like you haven't fought this variant before according to the map. And then we'll trigger the cutscene, and then after that, I will wrap up, because that'll be a good time to wrap. And once again, as always, I know I say that at the end of every single stream, but it's worth reiterating. I won't go anywhere we haven't been off stream, but I will be doing work off stream, especially tomorrow because this is my day off. I'll actually have like freedom to kind of just spend a day kind of just going through it and exploring the nooks and crannies, seeing what treasures I can find. Oh, holy arbor crystals are now starting to drop as not a normal loot. Good. That's very helpful to know. Alright, Frederica, what you got for us? I heard that father was attacked by monsters near this waterfall, meaning that your father's illustrations and monsters are both likely nearby. Any thoughts, Len? Honestly, I'm on edge. There's something really dangerous here. Let's search later. We should stay on guard. Will the book still even be here after so many years? He regularly adventured with his journal on hand. I'm sure it's built for the elements. Jesus, where'd you come out from? Alright, boss fight time. I suppose this is a good stream ender, fighting a boss. This thing looks cool. Whoa, this one. Is that the thing that killed your dad? Look back there. That might have been the thing that killed your dad. It's your father's illustration book. All music! Everyone, let's do this! Yeah, I'll beat you and take back my father's book. Alright, major boss time. What the fuck's this? The Elder Trent. Oh, it's Trent. Level 50. Oh god. We have a real bad habit of being slightly over the level of the boss. But they expect you to be level 50? Jesus. Oh, I like this boss theme. High energy. Reduces non-elemental damage taken by 10%. Can't be removed. Okay. Wait, you can key this bitch? I wonder what key you can get out of him. Oh, to be fair, there's actually a key symbol next to his health bar. The game's practically telling you, hey, fucking key up. Oh, but it's shit. Alright, fine, I'll go for it. Hey, we got it. Wow. Wow, look at that key, though. That's the Phoenix key. Effects, action speed increase medium, and all stats up medium. Damn, that's sick. Okay, get boss keys. Lesson learned. Get fucking boss keys. Finish it off. He's on like 1 HP, so go for it. Finish it off. Yeah. All right, boss. Tao, could you go look around and make sure nothing else is going to attack? Got it. Right. Well, you probably avenged your father there, Frederica. How are you feeling now? Frederica, are you alright? Are you hurt? I'm fine. Thanks to everyone, it was nothing, but I could not have beaten it alone. Don't sweat it. It's not like we could let it be. The book, Miss Frederica. As a remnant of her father, it's probably not going to be... Yeah, I was going to say, it's a remnant of her father. It's going to depress her a little bit. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting for so long, Father. I'm glad for you. Thank you. And look at this, everyone. Is this? Yep, there's no doubt. It's the duet stock solution. So this is what your father came in search of. Let's see what we need with us. Frederica, is this enough? Yes, that should do for now. The book and the fluid. Everyone, I'm so... Hey now, it's a little bit early for that. Don't get smug. The adventure doesn't end until we're home. Now back to the Atelier. Okay.
それじゃ
Don't get smug, right? It's like, we're not there yet. You can thank me later.
決めないとね。
Oh, there's a fucking character quest here. Let's go back to the Atelier. I want to wrap up. I'm hungry. Because there's going to be a cutscene when we get there. And then we'll probably be tasked to make it. I'm beat.
フェデリーカさんは
Miss Frederica, are you going to start creating a craft of reconciliation?
はい
Yes, I know it's sudden, but I'll need to request your aid as an alchemist, Miss Ryza.
分かってる
Got it. You need me to turn the Druid stock solution we collected into Druid solvent solution, right?
はい
Yes, and one more thing.
交渉として
I would like to request that you create something for me as a craftsman, Miss Ryza.
え
What was that noise, Ryza? Oh?
おいおい。
Hey, Ryza's still a novice craftsman. Yes, you're gonna trust someone who's barely an amateur or something so important?
あんたら
That you two be getting an earful later.
でも本当に。
But are you sure about this, Frederica?
もちろん
Absolutely.
私は真面目
I was thinking about it while flipping through Father's book on the way back.
これは
This is a lamp using fairy stone.
物自体は錬金
It's fine if you make it through alchemy. That's where you can put your craftsman's touch. It's a remix of the main theme. There's it, like Ryza's getting her inspiration. I just said da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, if that's all, I should manage. But making something that could decide this town's fate?
この品は
I want to make this together with someone. Okay then, I'll give it all I've got.
お願いします
Thank you. Once you're ready, we'll unveil it at the Union headquarters for the guilds to see. Alright, and that'll be what our next stream will be. Making the fairy stone light.
よし作るのは
And 5 Druid solvent solutions
のランプだね
での見せ所だな
for Frederica. And I'll go find out what's going on with that character quest next time. I'm a hungry boy. And I'm also tired. Not as... I wish I could just, like, completely collapse and fall asleep the way Ryza does, but no.
体調も万全です
Like, she's so nonchalant. She's like, I'm gonna take a nap now. Like, the whole gang is still around, and she's like, where are their beds, actually? Where are their beds? Ryza's got this. Where's everyone else sleeping, huh? I didn't even think about that. I was like, there's only one bed here. Where does everyone else go? She needs to, like, I'm gonna assume beyond this door is, like, series of bedrooms. And we just don't go in for their sake. Because otherwise, this is a real flaw that they just have everyone sleep on, huh? But I'm going to wrap it up here. We had a little bit of a stumble start, unfortunately, with like my mic messing around, but we got there in the end. As always, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It genuinely goes a long way. We have, as of this second, dipped back under 450, but that doesn't mean for a second I'm going to suddenly stop Hades. We hit the goal. I was expecting it to dip once you hit it, because there are people that just wanted to push for it, so it is what it is.
大量に飾られてるんだよな
So we will be doing that on Friday, but we'll be chilling on the Rise to that. So tomorrow off, and then back Wednesday, Thursday for more Ryza. You can find my Twitter and Patreon in the description if you feel so inclined. But until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you then. Peace!